Good evening, everyone.
Mm.
Hello, hello.
Or good afternoon, I
Yeah,
suppose, for you.
our world.
Or do you still have no music?
I do not.
Okay, let me see what I can do about that. Bear with me.
And you, sir, are a little crackly.
I'm a little crackly.
You're a little crackly.
Yeah, a little.
Okay. That maybe I am trying a new audio setup.
You fancy bastard.
Yeah, I had, I had a Stream Deck, or I have a Stream Deck. I decided one of the plugins you can get for it is a voice mod.
Oh, yeah.
So So I'm kind of trying. I was going to try that today, but it depends if it's going to affect my overall sound. We just try and get you guys set up first on the Sirenscape player. Yours is working okay, Ray?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic, thank you.
I can't hear music either.
Yeah, no problem. I may just have to resend the invites to both of you.
I scrolled up in Discord and
Bear
got the
with
old
me
one.
one. Say that again, sorry, Ray. You found the invite from previous conversation.
Yes, I just scrolled up in Discord and grabbed your last invitation because somehow I disconnected myself and it was listing me as the game master or something like that. So I was like, oh, that's not right. So I scrolled up to where you last posted it and I just clicked it on there.
There we go. Yeah, that's the way to do it.
I think, yeah. I think I've just resent it to you as well, Fia.
Yeah, now I got music.
Rah. So I think we're just waiting on more then. Oh, I just dropped him a quick message. We had established times, but I did say sort of like British summertime and that's different from Greenwich Mean Time and all sorts of crazy things. So let me just drop him.
I got it.
Okay, so we're all squared away on music?
Sorry, say that again, Murph.
I think we're all squared away on music now.
Fantastic. I've got a message that you. So the Thea might have a delay on hers because
She's got hers
she's
too.
been joined at a different time. She has got it. Are you getting it at the same time?
I believe
One
so.
doesn't have a delay. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly stop it just to make sure that everyone's on an even keel with it. Is my sound any less crackly now, by the way?
What was that?
I think you've just answered my question. I was just asking if the sound was any less crackly.
It's less, but it's still got a little bit of popping going on.
Right, okay. I may just quickly, I think it is this thing. Let me just quickly grab, I have a little pop filter. Bear with me 2 moments, folks. Just while we're waiting on Mo joining anyway.
Alright.
Just going to mute myself for a moment, just so you don't hear lots of crackling while I install this. Bear with me, folks.
Roger that.
Okay, I am hopeful. Is that any less poppy?
That seems much better.
Fantastic. Awesome. My plan to use my voice mod continues. Wonderful. So how is everyone?
Pretty good.
Doing very well.
Well, that was a quick conversation. Thanks, guys. Fantastic.
Good to see you guys. See you later. Next week, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Paul?
Yeah, I mean, things are pretty situation normal here, just steady as she goes in life during a plague. Hopefully it's winding down and we can get back to some semblance of normalcy.
Oh, greeting.
Yeah, I hope I will get my. Oh, we have a player.
I didn't actually know that I was supposed to be here at this given time, so
Hello, hello.
greetings.
Now we got you though. Now we got you. This is how it all starts.
Is this how it works?
This is how it works.
Yeah, I call you a nerd and then we're friends.
Nerd.
It's
Oh,
like a
man.
21st century version of Beetlejuice.
I mean, I do like Beetlejuice.
That's how it works.
There's one. We've gotten this. That's twice we've said that name.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, motherfucking Beetlejuice.
I don't know if it works that way.
Is that not how it works?
That's not how it works. Very, very specific how it works.
Well, I thought that's how his
Who's
wife
listened
called
to
him.
the musical will know that it's 3 times unbroken. It must be so. So yeah.
You can't have
Lightning throwing in a mother
any filler.
right there breaks the rules. What, did you manage to get
I'm
set up
not-
with Soundscape?
Yeah, it's just, hold on, it's like slow going for me, because, I'm like, I swear to God, I had all this stuff saved yesterday. I just don't remember what I did with it. Don't judge me, man.
Well,
doing
I'm
the best I
judging
can.
you. I'm judging you. But it's okay, because we can still be friends after I'm done judging you.
You listen to me, you son of a bitch.
I am.
Oh.
Wait a minute, that's why it's not where I left it. There you are.
T, who is someone that I used to work with, who will be joining when the adventure continues beyond Lost Mine. He is hoping to hop in later. He might not have a chance. He had a prior engagement today, but he has said that if he can, he'll drop in if we're still playing in a bit, assuming his other thing finishes early. But if not, you will meet him in the next part of the adventure begins, which isn't too far away now. Because we are kind of in the home stretch. I've lost mine. It only took us a year, minus a few months of me having a slight mental health breakdown. So yeah, excited. I'm very excited actually. I think. I mean, it's a group that we had up until now, but obviously, when Steve left before Christmas, I thought we'll have a few months of just a few of us, but I feel it's time. It makes sense for the story for some new blood to come in.
New
Yeah, I'm excited to see what new victims. I mean, yeah, as a DM, that's how I always think of them. New victims. I don't think of any as friends or anything like that. I just see you all as meat for the machine.
You
Great.
monster.
Yeah, I mean, I've been called worse.
But not by better.
Wow, that was great. I'll have to remember that line for later.
Are we going to be rolling new
check
characters
that
after this, or we're just going to carry them over?
I would rather you didn't. It is going to be a continuation of the story.
Yay!
So
I love it. I'm there.
I would prefer, if you really want to roll your character, you can, and we'll find a way to build them into the story. That's absolutely not a problem. You know me by now. I'm always happy to with whatever you folks come up with. But yeah, my plan does basically involve the three characters. For today, Mo will be playing as Gundren. Just so we could get him in on the game nice and quickly, but when we move to the next stage, Mo will have an original character. And then obviously D, when he joins us, will have an original character as well. So if you really don't want to take hard start to the next adventure, that's fine. Make it work.
Only way I would.
I was kind of planning on I was planning on the existing characters being the ones that move through
Hey, Paul.
the story. Yes.
I think your audio's buffering.
It's doing something.
I was gonna be like I looked up at
man.
my screen, your cam screen, and I was like, he's like a bad dub currently.
Ouch.
And you're going fast.
Look out for Godzilla.
He's a lovely face. I'm going to say that right now, but he's a bad dub.
Right. I think for the avoidance of any issues, I probably will not use the voice mod tonight then. However, what I will do before I switch it off and change my sound settings to try and get a better setup on this, I will treat you to what was planned to be, because obviously Droop has been part of the party for quite some time now, and every time we play, my throat is always very sore afterwards. So the plan was
that Droop would have his own little voice coming through without me having to strain my voice.
Oh, that is awesome.
Okay, I'd like to say right now that it sounds like the Droop voice isn't buffering. So I think you just have to run this entire game as if Droop was retelling a story around a campfire, and you'll just GM it like that.
holy shit. I mean, if
I mean, if it's not buffering with Droop, we can do it as if it was Droop, or this was some weird fucking episode.
It's like a retelling of the fucking actual dungeon. It's like, and there we were. Luckily, I was there to deny shoot him.
And he's going to get everybody's names
if
wrong.
if the sound works saying it this way, I've already got enough plates to be spinning. I don't really need to be trying to now tell it's in the third person.
Amazing.
Oh my god, I'm kind of tempted to do that. Is it going to be really distracted for you all the time?
I mean, it is.
Yeah, I think it's hard to tell that it's buffering because it sounds so fast.
I mean, yeah, we can. I mean, we'll try it. Sure, why the fuck not? All part of the glorious D&D adventure.
Hell
Okay,
yeah,
I mean,
brother.
If people do feel like it's sort of breaking, story too much, by all means, I'll adjust my settings.
I think one of these days, my good sir, we should sit down and just fine tune your broadcast.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's just one of those things. It's just finding time to do it. I have a live internet connection combined with
Well, I've got a metric ton of free time, so anytime you want to sit down, just message me.
Cool, I appreciate that, man. Yes, okay, so see, the thing is as well, it's weird for me because I could also be. I can set up so that I can also hear my voice coming through this way.
As much as I would love it.
Lag, so I start hearing myself and start getting slower as my brain tries to process what I'm saying, and it gets even slower. And so at the moment, I can't hear my group voice. I can only hear my normal voice as I'm speaking. Like, I'm probably going to get about 20 minutes in, and you guys are obviously laughing. I'm thinking, why are they laughing? Oh, that's right. Because I have the voice of a chipmunk like helium.
It's like this slow acceleration of this goblin.
It's either going to really work or it's going to really not work. Let's see what happens. Any joy with science, Skip Mom?
Yep, I think we need you to go back to regular voice.
What would happen there, eh?
Regular voice, okay.
A problem? A travesty?
It's amazing, though.
I had to turn Sirenscape all the way down and turn Paul's volume up to try to keep track of that conversation.
And even then, it was so fast.
Oh my god! Right, okay, right. Let me just give me 2 minutes, then, guys. I'll just switch back to regular. I'll switch back to regular audio. Hang on.
Incredible.
Oh, but if either of the new players wanted to be the cleric, I would, I can relinquish my character if they wanted to, but it's totally up to them. Yeah.
I mean, I can just play a gnome wizard because gnomes are always fun.
Fucking gnomes.
The last one I played was a gnome tinker with Fergoli delusions. He would never take watch because he always perpetually believed that he had done it last time and he needed to sleep.
Oh, I can see you're going to be a handful, Mo.
Well, I like characters with that one specifically, I took that mental instability so that he could get a bonus to something else, and then he ended up turning into a villain because he got a hold of some magical mechanical armor that was keeping some crazy night lady alive, and he was like, oh, I'm gonna do weird stuff with this, and then he just took off and went and did bad things. Okay, time for a new character.
Never give gnomes what they want. No good can come of it.
They're like Kinder though, man. You just kind of got to police them a little bit and then they're totally fine.
Can you police Kinder? I don't think you can police Kinder.
Yeah,
I think policing them is the worst thing you can do. They just get worse and worse and worse.
You just tape their hands in their pockets and then hold them by their feet.
I am now beginning to rethink inviting more to this game.
No, I think it's
This is a whole
perfect.
new
He
level.
understands.
This is a whole new level of chaotic energy, which I was not expecting.
But you got to admit, he does have the right view of policing Kender. Tape them to a ceiling, carry them by their feet.
Now someone just has to invent tape.
Good point. How did you get on with Sirenscape? Mo?
Sirenscape was just for the music, right?
Music and sound effects. Yeah, it's not essential, but it's kind of provides all sort of backing essentially. But if you want to forego it, you absolutely can.
Yeah, I usually like to just listen to the DMs.
I think I put in so much distraction with background music and sound effects more.
Yeah, I get distracted pretty easily.
No worries, my friend. So let me just get this loaded up because it'll going to kick me out there.
How do I?
This is your first time using Roll20, right?
Yeah, I've never done Roll20 before, but I've got the. I can see the character sheet. What is this? Just you look like all commands and stuff. So
Most stuff on the character sheet is clickable. So, like, if you want to attack with a particular weapon, you just click on the weapon, and it will roll out an attack in the chat. And then, assuming the attack hits, in that same chat window where it's given what you rolled to attack, underneath, say the name of the weapon, click on that, and it'll roll your damage for you as well. But yeah,
Basically,
we still forget stuff every time. Well, I mean, I do.
basically on the character sheet, anything that you curse over and turns red means it's a clickable, rollable, auto-rolling item.
That's a nice
I don't
warhammer.
know, other thing that always.
oh, I clicked it
That's a
and
nice
it did
one.
a thing.
Yup.
All
There we
right.
go. Oh, holy shit! Yeah.
And then if you
So when it rolls, it looks like you've got the default, which is it's rolling twice in case you're rolling with advantage or disadvantage. But we just take the first of the two, so we just take the left-hand side if it's the regular roll.
Heard that.
Cool. And then the only other thing really is when it comes to rolling initiative, that's on the top of your character sheet, but you just have to make sure that you've clicked on your token on the map before you roll
Gotcha.
initiative, otherwise it doesn't. But yeah, that's we'll come to that. I'm sure we'll be rolling initiative before too long. So, just just possibly, maybe. I mean, I don't know where the story's going to go. So, brief recap of time. The party had headed out east to take part in some side quests of no real consequence, and on the way back, they managed to find the orc lair, which was something that had been mentioned way back at the start when they first came to the village of Vandalin. There was a signpost on the town master's hall saying help needed to get rid of some pesky orcs, and he managed to do that. So kudos. Pesky orcs and also a massive ogre who had managed to defy the laws of physics / maps to fit into a space that he had no possible way of actually fitting into.
it was fun though.
But that's fine. What is D&D if not an opportunity to break the laws of physics once every so often? And and in that cave, you found a note which said something along the lines of, this map is for if you need to find me at Wave Echo Cave, but I do not expect you to to use it, etc., etc. So you now know the location of Wave Echo Cave. Unfortunately, you had left the map to the inside of Wave Echo Cave. I wonder how many times I'm going to say Wave Echo Cave tonight. It's a real tongue twister. You had left a map with Gundren back in Fandolin. So, at the end of the last session, you all headed back towards Fandolin. And as you entered the village, that's where we left off. So, anything that I've missed from anyone? Anything of importance that anyone wants to raise, point out?
I think that's the bulk of the recap.
Yes, that sounds good.
Awesome. So you enter into the now familiar site, the village of Vandal,
I've never seen that
and
picture
it has
before.
been at this stage. This is the most hastily googled picture of Vandal that I could find, because I didn't want to just keep putting on the same fucking map with the same fucking DM instructions that I keep fucking putting on. So I thought, I'll find a way around that. I'll hastily Google Fandolin Village and copy the first image that comes to mind, that comes up on my search results. So, I've forgotten what I was going to say. That's always a good sign for a DM. So yeah, you enter the village, and this is, you've been here a few times now. You're kind of starting to get a feel for the place. You know your way around, and has been, from a quick bit of mental maths, it has been about a week since you left for the side quests of no real relevance. Copyright Paul Smythe 2021. And the village is, it seems to be bustling a way that hasn't really happened before. The villagers seem to be quite upbeat. Just as you're kind of passing through, you're still getting some suspicious looks. Obviously, not everyone has forgotten that you essentially were the cause of the innkeeper, Toblin Stolehill, being murdered and his son kidnapped. Although you did rescue the son, but didn't unmurder Toblin, so 1 out of 2 ain't bad. And so some villagers seem to be warming to you again. Some villagers are very much still very standoffish. And what would you like to do?
Well, at least we've got a 50-50 split on the morale of this town.
Than it was before.
Hardstep, you want to visit this Shrine of Luck and see if the sister will be gracious about us bringing back this information about the whereabouts of her magic book?
Yes.
Figure faith calls to faith. We'll put you on point.
Okay.
So you approach the Shrine of Luck. Is it just Hardstat that's approaching, or is the whole party going and just Hardstat's taking point?
I'm going with him, that's for sure. I'm there for moral support.
I appreciate that.
Okay, so as you approach, you see Sister Gariel sat in her usual spot next to the shrine, kind of a far-off, dreamy look in her eyes. And as you approach, she looks up. Ah, hello. I was wondering if we'd be seeing you again. How are you faring these days?
I'm doing very well, Miss Lady Gariel. We have some information.
Oh, sister, please. I'm not a lady. I would never dream of taking that such title. Sister is more than sufficient.
Sister, it is. Then we have some information for you from the Banshee regarding your lost book.
Ah, indeed. And did you find out what happened to said book?
We did. She traded it. Oh, hold on. It is with a necromancer.
Dwarf takes a moment, strokes his beard.
Let me think.
I should have paid attention in history class. It was traded
You
to
did with a man, you say. Necromancer, you say.
Hardstat's just going to look up at Harrow. They went to a necromancer.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you normally have to roll history for something that happened less than a week ago. Remember, I will state generously that I get the trade deed book to a necromancer named Cernoth from the city of Erebor more than 100 years ago.
It was traded to a necromancer by some funny name about 100 years ago.
Sernath from the city of Erebor. Erebor?
Oh, I didn't see you there, dear. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
I see. 100 years ago. That's quite a long time, isn't it?
It is quite some.
Nevertheless, you performed the task as we agreed. You've got me some information, and I will pass this up to my network, and we'll see what we can do with it. So for that, I thank you. What brings you back to the village? I assumed you were finished with your with everything here, apart from coming to see me, of course.
We're tying up loose ends. A few quests that had been requested of us, and then we're picking up the last of our party and moving on. Whether we return or not is in question.
We need to find a feather hat.
Well,
Feather hat.
Yeah.
I like how you say yes, like somehow I know what you're speaking about.
For drip.
Oh, right.
No.
Feathered hat for the goblin.
It's funny you should mention that. Bear with me one moment. She actually walks into her shack, which is about 80 feet away, and you sit there for a few minutes, passing villagers. Again, some giving you hostile stares, some of them, warming to you again. And she comes out with a little hat with a feather, almost as if she'd been to the Robin Hood gift store that morning.
I'd say what luck, but I think we're actually in a luck shrine.
It's funny how these things happen, I was clearing through some old possessions the other day, and I found this. I don't even remember what it from, but in addition to the 3 healing potions I gave you already, I would like to grant you this hat as an additional reward for completing the quest.
Thank you so much.
Give the goblin a bit of a look and be like, well, that's yours, buddy. Go get it.
Can't switch it back on. I'm going to have to fuck my voice up. Reaches out to Sister Gael and says, "This hat is for you."
Yes, that hat is for Droop.
That sounded like a hurt.
You don't have to fuck up your voice, Paul.
That guy that does the voice of Elmo, I don't know how he fucking manages it.
Drugs.
Probably, yeah. Oh, thank you so much. And he puts it on. But Droop has never worn a hat before, so he puts it on backwards. So it doesn't quite sit the feathers pointing off in the wrong direction. And I mean, it's up to you whether you tell him, because at the moment he's a king of the world.
Give
He is
Serenity
living
a
his
look.
best life with a little back to front hat with a feather in it.
Serenity's gonna be like, it's perfect, and like super like gas him up about it, but while like fixing it, like we're like, you know, people are like, you look amazing, but they're like fixing your tie while they're saying it, so you know that maybe something was off, but she's doing that. She's like, this looks perfect for you.
Thank you, Miss Serenity.
Best Archer.
Thank you, Lady Sister Gabrielle, for my hat. Droop loves it very, very much.
Oh shit, this is where I have to have a conversation with myself. And Sister Gariel turns to Droop and says, you're welcome, young goblin. Make sure you always remember the God of Luck when you're wearing that hat, and hopefully it will provide you much luck on all your future adventures. As... Go on, sorry.
Is it enchanted?
Yeah, with luck.
Yeah.
He's got spades of
You
luck.
don't know?
I guess we'll find out. Okay.
His next roll will be a nat 20.
As...
That's just Droop.
As he's talking to Droop and, sort of playing along, and, he realizes that this hat is obviously means a lot to him. Harrow, she catches your eye. Okay? And just roll... Can you roll insight for me, please, Harrow?
Surely.
Here we go.
So
Yay!
you get the impression that she's very much... now, when I say she catches your eye, I don't mean that she's flirting. I don't mean that she's trying to get your attention. I mean that she is trying to get your attention, but you can tell it's very much not a, in any sort of sexual way. It's kind of, I need to speak to you. And with the score of that, you would probably tell as well that she probably only wants to speak to you.
Was there
Oh, yeah.
something more you needed there, sister? You seem to have, not trying to make it strange or awkward, but you seem to require further assistance of the professional manner. Not like
This is going
like
well.
you require an adventurer.
Wow.
Well, I do need help of the other firm as well, because batteries are not going to be invented for another 400 years. But
Eldritch Blast, baby.
No! Don't put that anywhere near there.
Wait, I think I have Mage Hand.
Oh my god.
Mage hand,
there's
no.
the Eldritch Blast.
God.
Oh god, we've lost it now. Hang on. Mo's going to think we're right fucking idiots. Sorry,
I mean,
Mo.
he wouldn't be wrong.
Well, that's true. That is true. So Sister Garel says, yeah, there was something else, but she turns to the rest of the group and says, if you'll forgive me and I mean no offense, I would like to speak with Mr. Harrow alone for a moment. Please. This is something that must be between just himself and me.
Harrow picking up all the ladies at a tavern.
Turn back and look at the group. Not a bard here yet.
Serenity gives him a bright smile and a huge thumbs up.
Good luck, buddy.
It's not. Yeah, okay, that's fine. It's
Proud of
great.
you.
Where would you like to go? Your little shack here, or should I just have them depart and
The
we can
love
just
shack,
talk right
baby.
here? Jesus Christ!
I mean, we can.
I'm
And
gonna
yes,
go
the
get
pain
some
is
water and
fine.
take a breath.
Fucking hell.
This
No,
is how we
there's no need to.
multi-class into Bard, right?
there's there's no need, and she's actually not sure why you would want to go into the shack. She gives you a look when you say go into the shack, as if like, fuck, no, I just want to talk to you, dude.
That's what I'm gathering.
Is
You
it-
just want to talk. I'm just what you seem to need to be private about it. I don't know if they need to leave or we need to go.
we can talk at a bar room. Move if you just come over here.
All right.
It just needs to be a private conversation.
Arrow follows
You're
her.
making this a lot more awkward than I intended it to be, if I'm being entirely honest with you.
Oh, it's my sister. I blame her.
Hardstat's just gonna mosey on down the road and look at the chickens, I guess.
No problem. So yeah, Harrow, Sister Gabrielle takes you to one side and says, I appreciate what you did for me in terms of getting the information. I explained to you before that I'm a member of the Harpers. And I've been in consultation with a number of my colleagues while you've been away seeing to your other tasks. And we would like to invite you to join our numbers. It would be in addition to whatever you do normally. But we're always looking for more eyes and ears. It seems to me that you understand the importance of enacting positive change in the world, but understanding at the same time that these things can be done through secrecy and intelligence gathering when it's appropriate. So if you'd be willing to accept, I'd officially like to invite you on behalf of the Hoppers to join our ranks. What do you say?
Well, is this something you need an answer on right away? We're just about to go into some damnable cave filled with God knows what unspeakable horrors. Can I think about it while I do that?
Of course. I would appreciate an answer reasonably soon. There is lots of information that we're gathering at the moment, and the sooner I can have confirmation that you'll be one of us, the sooner I can make arrangements further up the chain, if you like. But yes, absolutely, I understand you. I would not want to rush you into a decision, as everyone knows, often rushed decisions are the poorest decisions that are made.
Agreed.
So I will be happy to grant you some time to think about this.
I appreciate that,
Please know
sister.
that. Thank you, and again, without wishing to cause offense, this invitation is only for yourself. It does not extend to the rest of the party. Whether you choose to tell them about it is up to you, but the invitation itself is only for you. Is that understood?
Fair and understood, sister. I'll consider this with great seriousness while delving into these caves.
Well, I do appreciate that, and in respect of the fact that you haven't outright refused, allow me to grant you one more of these. And she reaches into her sleeve and brings out another potion of healing.
Oh, this will most definitely come in handy. Thank you, sister.
Thank you. It's always appreciated when there are individuals in the world who wish to make the world a better place. And as we all know, copper to the lady turns tenfold in gold.
Indeed. Well, Lady of Luck, look over you.
Thank you, and Tamara, look over you also. I wish you well in your future adventures.
Thank you. We hope to at least make it back in one piece so we can give you an answer.
That would be appreciated. Anyway, I'll let you get on. I've
Thank-
much contemplation to do, and I must inform my sisters in the Harpers of the information about Bojanto's book. So, thank you very much.
You're welcome, sister. Thank you for your time and your generosity. Head back to the group.
I came back like halfway through that conversation and it didn't get any weirder or any less weird.
Well, luckily they had the
Yeah, they
conversation in
banged.
broad daylight. Jesus Christ. Right. Fine. Okay. It's good. So where'd the dwarf go? Oh, God, he wandered off.
Oh, Harold, are you done already?
It was a yes. I'm done already. I'm done.
That was
already.
so fast.
Yeah, it's because it was a conversation.
I need you to teach you the dwarven trick for, that kind of quickness.
Harrow just turns and starts walking across that grass they were told not to walk across to get to Addermeth.
A rebel.
And as you do start walking across the grass, fun.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, as you start to walk across the forbidden lawn, you hear a voice behind, a familiar, pompous, arrogant voice. I say, the grass is not to be. Oh, it's you. And as you turn around, you see the familiar sight of Harbin Wester.
It's you.
Still is pompous, still is red faced.
Give
And he
him
comes
a
out.
big old sharp smile.
You're back then, are you?
For the time being.
Anyone else killed?
Not yet.
I don't like the sound of that. Anyway, as the newly re-elected town master, I would like to remind you that the grass is not to be walked on.
Then I'll move much quicker.
Oh, that lady's going to be mad at us.
You will move around the grass, my friend. You will not walk on the grass. Otherwise, you will be banished from Fandolin for all time.
Are you threatening me? Like,
Roll
start the
an
stock up on him
intimidation
and
check
like
for me.
swishing the tail.
Roll intimidation with advantage.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, 14 is more than enough. The guy's a fucking coward. No! Of course not. I'm just explaining that we want the grass to be kept nice for all the villagers to look at. And if people walk across it, it doesn't look as nice.
How tall is Harbin?
I suppose I can allow you to. Harbin is probably about 5'7".
Definitely invade his personal space as a 6 foot miscellaneous tiefling.
I'm just asking nicely. Please don't walk on the grass. Please.
Harrow lowers his face down to be like almost nose to nose. Like, let those like demonic eyes kind of glimmer at him a little bit and be like, is Gundren in your home?
I just rolled and he has actually just shit his pants. Yeah, he's over in the hall. Yes, Townmaster Hall.
Yeah, don't mess with
Over there.
Harrow. He doesn't have to
You
look
know
for it.
where you know where it is.
Perhaps you
Can
could
I
be
go
so
that
kind. Perhaps you could be so kind as to go let him know that we'll be picking him up shortly and making our way to Wave Echo Cave.
Hey, shortly? Really? Come on, there's dwarves here.
You're going to you're going
I
you're going to the
noticed
cave.
it's... Yes, we're going to the cave.
You found it.
Yes. Did you expect us not to?
Well, I mean, it's been lost for hundreds of years.
Well, now it's found.
Cave could bring back prosperity to this village. I mean,
Yeah.
real prosperity.
So I'm going to go walk across the grass, and you can be a little thankful. Sound
Yes.
good?
Yes, sounds wonderful. Yes, I'll go find the dwarf. I'll go tell him. And he sort of turns around, walks back towards the Ten Masters Hall. At this point, this is when he realizes that he has shat in his own underwear. He's now kind of like trying to hold. You know that way that like toddlers walk when like waddling, and they're kind of trying to cover it from the back so that no one can see the spreading stain. And he's not doing a very good job to the extent that there are people walking past looking as he goes as if that guy's just shit himself.
Well, at
That's
least
our
they're
town
not.
master. He's just shit himself.
Well, at least they're not looking at us so hostile.
Damn, son, shake the mashed potatoes out your pants.
This mashed potato has extra gravy.
God.
So I think I'm going to be sick.
Fucking hell.
Okay, so you are going across to see Darren. Yes, Darren, you do math.
Correct.
Okay, no problem at all. So as you reach the Edomath Orchard, Darren is out tending to his various crops. And as he sees you approaching, he's raises a hand in greeting. Oh, hello there. How are you? How is it going?
Mr.
How fare you?
Did the rest of you just stay, or did you follow eventually?
Oh, Charity was behind you. I don't know if you heard me, but she was like, chop, chop, when he was like,
Okay.
oh.
Hardstat, how about you?
I'm with you, of course.
We're doing well. We went to investigate and deal with the rumors of your undead well.
Indeed, and what was discovered, and as he's talking, he stops and looks behind the rest of the party and says, "Shall we wait for the last member of your party?" And you all turn around, and Droop is about 40 feet behind, sort of like walking along, hat in hand, just spending so long getting distracted by and wearing his hat that he kind of doesn't really know where he is. Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably wait for him.
Right, well, can I offer you an apple while you wait? And he puts an apple
Sure.
off one of the trees and hands it over.
Fantastic. Sis?
Here he is now.
Okay.
Hello, young goblin.
I got a new hat.
Indeed you do, and it looks very fetching on you indeed, I must say. So, anyway, back to business. You were just talking about the undead issue. Old LOL, I believe.
It was, well... So there was about
Wait. We can't. We have to let Droop tell the tale of old LOL.
I think Droop is occupied with his hat.
Zombies! Drop killed all the zombies and an evil magician!
He was the hero of that
You
story.
killed David Copperfield.
Well, you gonna tell him the rest of the story,
Doesn't
Droop?
really know what... Droop doesn't know what the evil wizard was doing or why zombies were there. Droop didn't pay attention, but Droop just did lots of killing.
And that's the story.
Drip was very effective.
It was a red wizard of Thay.
Red Wizard of Thay, you don't say.
I do, in fact, say.
Well, hey. Did he say what he was doing there?
Some sort of research. He wasn't exactly forthcoming in discussing the matters of what he was researching in particular before things got a little hostile, and our little goblin friend here was forced to put a crossbow bolt through his throat.
He was French. Germanish French.
I believe it. Yeah, right. Don't take a piss at my accent, gee. Twat. So he was. Oh, okay. If he wasn't telling you much, there would be one of two reasons I can think of for that. First of all, it was either such a great secret, possibly involving the historic rivalries between Thay and the Sword Coast, which could essentially stretch up to the higher echelons of power in both countries. Alternatively, it could be because it was one of the side quests of no consequence, and therefore there was no real backstory written into that side quest.
I'm thinking it was the first one.
Well,
I'm just spitballing.
he's dead, and his zombies are dealt with. He didn't have much on him. I thought he would have maybe a more detailed notes hidden somewhere, and maybe he does. Maybe it's worth going back and scouring the old owl well with greater detail. But
I'll be honest, I don't imagine it is. I'll be honest with you.
fair, that's fair. But it's dealt with.
Thank you. I can't remember if I offered you a reward for this side quest or not.
I'm pretty
Man,
sure you did.
Fourth wall is gone tonight. This fourth wall is gone tonight. I mean, I'm just looking back at my diary from that time, where I keep meticulous notes of all the conversations that I've had. And from what I can see, I don't believe I did offer you a reward, but perhaps I did because I'm known to sometimes make shit up as I go along. So, what was it I offered you as a reward?
Who remembers these days? You give us 10 gold each, we're out of here.
Done. And an apple each.
Fantastic. Either
A
way,
horse wants an apple.
the
Hang on, give
job's
me a
done,
second.
and that's one less Wizard of Thay in our home.
Wait, so how much
What's
gold are we
happening
getting?
tonight?
Cash rules everything around.
10 gold each.
So 40.
Plus an apple each. Yep. Oh yeah, absolutely. It includes a droop in that.
Droop did the heavy lifting. Holy shit!
To be honest, Droop should probably get all 40. You guys are taking the piss.
He was happy with
You
the
take
3
any of that.
copper he looted.
He got a hat.
That's fine. I'm going to leave you to argue that out with Droop because, well, not because I would have to voice Droop, and
But if
know,
if Droop wants,
we'll say.
I'll give Droop 40 gold.
Serenity,
Yeah.
can Droop please have 40 gold?
You may have 40 gold.
Oh, thank you, Miss Serenity. Thank you so much.
Serenity, come on, you gotta play the mom card. What do you need 40 gold for, Droop?
Listen, if one of my children,
Plenty of that in savings.
if one of my
Long-term
children
investments.
killed that many zombies for me, I would not ask them what they needed $40 for.
Obviously, it's for a bigger gun.
The hooligans hanging out at the corner
Yeah.
have said they have something for me. But we took care of them.
Well, Mr. Ittermath, if there's nothing else, we'll be on our way. We have a grand cave to explore.
And give you say.
We've found the location of
Tell me.
Wayback Cave.
Are we supposed to be telling everybody that?
On the location of Wayback Cave. I see.
I mean, Harold
Well,
wants to, so I'm not here to harsh his vibe.
yeah. I mean, there is like a notice board just outside the town master's hall if you want to just put a sign up, Harrow. You know, attention one and all. We found the entrance to Wayback Cave. Come one, come all. I mean, it's up to you. I'm not going to railroad you, but you know.
Hey, this town exists
Uh,
because that cave exists.
The,
They're only going to get better if word starts getting out it's been found, whether it's true or not.
it's the re-grand opening.
Yep.
They get a local celebrity in. They have a ribbon.
It'd be
It's going to be
fantastic.
incredible.
Oh, where's Brill? We need a painting.
Oh.
Rest in peace, Bill.
That was sad.
So, well, that brought the mood down. Sorry, I'll just get rid of that horse. There we go. Okay. So I'm having far too much fun with Sirenscape. It's ridiculous. So Dan and Yidima, thanks you for working out what had happened to around the area of well. Thanks to you for killing a wizard. And thanks to Droop specifically, I suppose. And and with that, he goes back to tending his orchard.
All right.
Where to next?
I suppose we should pick up Gundren, take
Yeah.
stock of what we have.
Yeah.
I mean, exploring old caves, we might want to make sure we have ropes, pittons, grappling hooks, all that stuff in spades. I know we've used a little bit.
Rations.
I guess we might need. Well,
So,
all of us can see in the dark, right?
I can, yes.
Fantastic. Glad we got rid of those humans.
Yeah, me too.
Jesus Christ.
I'm joking. I'm
Oh,
joking.
wow.
There's a reason why I carry Ochi's staff as a bonded weapon.
Dark.
Also,
I
is
thought
this
it
cookie
was-
okay? We gotta check on that.
Mo is possibly still gone, so rather than getting into a bit with Gundren, do you want to go buy provisions first?
Yeah, that seems about right. And maybe Fia can organize up all our loot charts.
Organize them.
Do they sell healing potions here?
It's our condensed.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
She's awesome. Gosh, she's on it. I love her.
Oh, what's she doing? Sorry, I missed that.
I was asking if she had condensed all of the loot stuff.
Yeah, she's just doing bookkeeping, you know.
Dang, she's on it.
The only one that I haven't condensed is the dragon's gold because I want to throw them back at him when we kill him.
Throw all of them. Just throw a heaping sack at him and be like, eat it.
I'm gonna shove it in his mouth after we kill him.
Interesting. Why don't we do that while he's still alive and see if we can kill him that way? You want your loot? Here you go.
Yeah, I just need him to know that none of this was worth what he took from us.
Fair. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Let's make sure we have all of our proper provisions and stuff.
So we have plenty of provisions because we said that it would take about 2 to 3 days, I think, to head back to Tribord Trail and go back to the cave. Take about 3 days, 2 to 3
That
days.
sounds right.
About 3 days it'll take you to get there.
So we have plenty of rations.
Ooh, what do we know about this cave? Is it the size of like Cragmaw hideout?
You don't know.
Okay.
When you were coming, the reason for coming back to Fandolin was to obviously to collect Gundren and to get his map as well.
Oh, we have the map
So once
to
you have the map, that might.
the cave.
Yes.
So at the moment, you have a map to the cave, and Gundren has a map of the internals of the cave.
Gotcha.
Our map to the cave is hand drawn though, so
Okay, do we want to pawn any of this stuff?
I mean, you would need to at Barthen's if that's a service that they'd be willing to offer. He probably doesn't have much in the way of spare coins, so it's there might be limits as to what he would be willing to take in. Just bear that in mind.
What about at the Lion? Oh, the Lion place.
Lion Coster.
Lion Shoe Coster? Yeah, you can.
Kevin.
You can add.
Kevin Costner.
I mean, if we want to sell the studded leather armor and the short sword and scabbard, we can. But all of the other stuff, I want to keep.
Want to keep all the gems and pearls and stuff?
Yeah, 'cause they're pretty.
We have a hideout. We could do like Skyrim and just go in there and throw it on the floor.
Yeah, I want to keep all
I mean,
the
it's up to you.
shiny
You can
Okay,
go,
that's fine.
You could try. So you'd. I mean, you had to deal with Jimmy the blacksmith, didn't you, about the swords
Yep.
that he was selling them
Yeah.
and giving you a cut of the bits.
Yeah, last
but
time,
yeah, I
last
mean,
time
you
we
could
were
go
there.
to you could. Yeah, you could try something with Lion Shield Costa for other items. I mean, you could also try and sell the same swords to Lion Shield, but Jimmy might not be too happy if you come out with multiple deals on the same weapon.
If Serenity wants to hold on to the gems and other such bric-a-brac of pretty, then I think we're good. I think we're solid.
Does our future party member need any weapons? I think we have that axe, the tree trimming axe.
You have the axe whose name I can definitely remember.
It's Huey.
So
Hugh.
it's Huey Lewis in the news. Yes. So Gundren does have a weapon. Let me just double check what it is. Gundren has.
We could sell it to Gundren. It's like, look at this nice dwarven runic axe. We could sell it to you. It's cheap. Nobody wants it.
So Gundren currently has a warhammer, the hand axe.
So a +1 battle axe would be an upgrade for him, so we should probably hold on to that.
+1 against doors.
Absolutely.
It's a +1 against anything. It's an auto max damage against wood.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about that it's a door breaching axe. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, it's auto max damage to wood plants and wood plant creatures.
Yeah, okay. I hadn't really thought about that for like siege engines and stuff like that. You can just be like, you don't need a wheel.
For firefighting.
Yeah. Gets the firefighter axe. Gundren needs to play the rest of the game with no shirt, only soot.
Just the naked berserker.
Oh, it's gonna be that kind of game, huh?
It is.
It always has.
Okay. So it's probably fair to say that the best we do is just kind of refresh our rope to make sure we have maximum length rope.
Yeah, we're gonna get
Always
lots of
good
rope.
to have maximum length.
Yeah.
And
then
yeah, absolutely.
go get Gundren.
So yeah, I mean, you can. I mean, it's a mining village supply shop. Rope is one thing that they will have plenty of. Did you have particular amount? Max? I mean, I know it's a maximum thing, and obviously we don't use sort of encumbrance rules.
Right. I'm just assuming that we have used some of our rope
I'm not going to let you buy
previously.
like 100 feet. I'm not going to let you buy 800 feet of rope, for example. But I mean, how much rope were you thinking?
What is it? Explorer packs or something that comes with the rope and the stuff you hammer into the stone and stuff.
I think it's 50 feet of rope.
Engineer's pack.
Yeah, Dungeoneers pack. If I just get each of us one Dungeoneers pack that avoids trying to be broken. Right? And then it just
So
says
each Dungeoneer's pack is 12 gold pieces. So
and I'm getting
mark off the appropriate amount of gold. We won't
So,
even
so we'll get
that.
we'll get two
yeah.
Dungeoneer packs, and that's just to refresh, assuming that we've used rope doing things like tying people up and other such things. So we get 2 packs just to freshen that off.
Get this party
Okay,
started.
no problem. So that would be 24 gold. Say that again, sorry, Ray.
I was just cheering on the part about tying people up.
Nice.
You guys.
Oh, Paul, really quick,
Holy
would
shit.
you can hard stats shield be like a riot shield? So where, like, if he holds it down to his side, he can. But as soon as he brings it up, it basically covers him from like nose to foot,
Like a car door.
like a riot shield almost.
Sure, I mean, normal shield rules are still, but in terms of flavor, yeah, absolutely, why not?
Yeah, I wasn't too crazy about the one in the picture that I got right there. But all right, I would like to stop by the blacksmith before we leave. After we pick up Gundren.
No problem at all. So I think you probably are ready to go and see Gundren. I think everything else is done. Unless it.
Do they sell healing potions here? Do you think we need any?
They did not. Not, no.
Okay.
We have 11 healing potions currently.
yeah.
Do you really have that many?
Yeah.
We
Oh my
do.
god.
Because we've either been mostly okay or fucking dead.
That's true.
So there's
That
a
is
really
true.
good idea
That is true.
between.
No middle ground with this group. No middle ground. Okay, so you stock up with your various supplies at Barton's Provisions, and then you head to the town hall, where Gundren is waiting inside.
Bum, bum, bum.
Well there, Mr. Dwarf. It looks like we've found everything we could possibly need to get this show on the road, and we can fulfill our contracts to you.
Oi! Did you now?
That's what I said, yes.
So we're leaving right now then.
We've got a few last things to pick up. Is there anything you need, my good sir?
No, I don't think so. I think I've got everything I need.
Oh, this guy's good.
Right. Hand over the map to the location of Wave Echo Cave. And Serenity, did we want to give this dwarf that axe?
Oh, yeah, we found this axe that none of us can use if you have interest in it.
So was it about an axe now?
The axe is shortly going to be in Gundren's character sheet. Just as soon as it lets me add it in. Hang on.
Since we haven't used this, do we know specifically what it does?
Yeah, I licked it.
I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I believe it was examined at the time, and so it does. Bear with me. I will just find the notes. But yeah, it's a +1 battle axe, and from memory, it.
I have the notes of it. I was asking if in character we know what it does.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yes, no, you guys would know what it does. Yeah.
So it's a old dwarven battle axe with runes in the handle, and the blade is rusty. But it's a +1 battle axe with auto max damage to wood plants and wood plant creatures.
Yes, exactly.
Also known as Door
Um,
Smasher.
It's actually just called Hue. So
Gundren's gonna get up and just reach out for the axe.
she hands it right over to him.
Gives it a once over there. And is like starts banging it loudly on the wall next to him. He's like, "Oh, wait, no, thing you don't know, dwarven. If it's dwarven, the metal don't rust."
It might be part of the enchantment, Master Dwarf.
No, I've seen enough dwarven things in my time. They don't rust. Fall
Maybe-
apart, maybe. Get buried in a mine, absolutely. Rust, no.
Well, I can take it back.
Gundren, roll an investigation check for me, please, Gundren. So, on the character sheet, you'll be able to just click on investigation. There we go. You know, you believe in your head that that dwarven axe should not rust, but I mean, from what you can tell, it looks. I mean, the runes are definitely dwarven.
Bang it a few more times. But maybe it was made by some sycophant who had a fascination for dwarves. But this, it definitely shouldn't rust if it was made by us.
I see.
Well, no, it's a gift well received.
Is it though?
It'll still do its job.
No one could never have too many weapons.
Especially magical ones that seem to do a better job than the, shall we say, more common ones.
All right, then off to Wavickle Cave.
Off we go.
Fantastic.
So,
Hardstadt, you wanted to go to the
I am just
blacksmith,
going
right?
to very quickly.
If at all possible, yes.
If you bear with me 1 second, guys, I am just going to share in everyone's handouts. You will shortly see a copy of Gundren's map. I'm just going to allocate it to all of you now. Bear with me.
The note from Virith is still in there. That is so awesome.
So good.
Oh, Rahab. I thought
No.
Serenity's name said
Oh.
Rehab.
God.
That's for the interesting backstory sessions.
Ooh, that's the inside of the cave?
That is the map that Gundren has managed to get.
We're gonna need more rations.
You think we're gonna need more rations?
We'll be fine.
Looks big.
It's never not going to be funny.
So,
At this point, we have
is there
20
anything-
days of rations.
It's probably only a day's travel from here. There's a couple spots that look a bit incomplete, but we should be able to manage that.
Those are gonna be the fun parts.
Yeah. Those are going to be the fun parts filled with the spider.
I mean, it is a cave, so I don't know much about caves.
part of the adventure.
All right,
So
let's hit the
if there's nothing else
blacksmith and let's
you
do
all
this.
do, oh yeah, blacksmith, yeah. So you head to the
I'm
blacksmith
gonna
smithy
take a
on the
moment and
outskirts
go
of the
use the
village.
bathroom.
No worries.
This will just take a minute.
So yeah, you head to and the blacksmith sees you coming. Goes, oh, hello there. You're all right? How's it going? Not seen you in must be about in 6-7 days. You well?
Seems a lot longer. But yes, Mr. Blacksmith, I have a request to see if you could you see this shield here. I would like to. I was wondering if maybe you could add.
Oh, that's a beautiful shield. That's lovely. That.
Thank you. It was my grandfather's. But I was wondering if I could add a step right here at the bottom, like a little shelf.
You can for what purpose? So I can make sure it's appropriately.
Well, see, we picked up another person in our group, and I can only buff 3 people, so I wanted to put a little shelf in here, and that way Droop can step out, take his shot, and jump back in the shield, and I'll just close it, like a trap door. And then when he has to shoot again, I could just open it up.
Wow, that will be a feat of engineering,
Yeah.
won't it? I mean, something like that might take some time to. Are you in a rush?
Hardstack just kind of looks around. Are we in a rush?
I mean, not particularly, but maybe we shouldn't spend a day getting that done.
I tell you what I'll do. How about this? I will put on the rear side of the shield. I will put a small shelf for you. The goblin will have to duck out from behind. He won't be able to understand. You wanted a sort of a trapdoor mechanism in the front,
Oh no, it would just be
and that would then lower back down.
it would just be
No, no,
actuated by my arm, swinging out. Get in, close it back down, close it to my chest.
That's so.
Here's what I can do for you. Short notice.
It might be a little too complicated.
Sounds like a fascinating engineering project. No, that's fine. It sounds like a fascinating engineering project. But I will probably need some time to work on different metals. What I can do for now is I will, if you can give me an hour, and I will get a shelf inside of the shield that he will be able to use to. I understand goblins quite enjoy hiding when they're fighting. So what we'll do is I'll put that shield on. We'll put a shelf on. That would give Droop advantage on all his stealth checks when he's taking hide bonus action.
Sounds good. That's what we were shooting for. Got to keep the little guy safe.
Yeah, that's fine. Give me. Let's make it 90 minutes because not only do I need to install the shelf, I need to work out what happened to my accent because I was from Yorkshire when this session started. Yeah, that's easy enough for Jimmy to do. He takes the shield, and you can see him admiring the handiwork of it. He appreciates good workmanship, and he takes it and he gets a shelf installed, the rear side of it, which is, and it's more complicated than you would think because the shelf has to be deep enough that Droop can actually stand on it comfortably, but not so deep that it catches your ankles if you have it held close. So it takes a little bit of time to work out, but eventually he does. Yeah, and he hands it over to you after about an hour. Says, "There you go. Don't worry about giving me any coin for it at the moment. How about we say I take 5 gold out of your next payment from the weapons?
You'll have to take that up with our financial manager. Any points of serenity?
Oh, I'm sorry. What was the discussion? How much are we owed?
Don't worry about coin today. Well, that's fine. But all I'm saying is, what we'll do is next time, take it out of the money that I'm going to give you from the next sale of some of these weapons. How's that?
That seems fair. Are you saying even if the sale of the weapons doesn't exceed it, or?
No, it's only 5 gold. I don't expect it all. I'm pretty good at getting fair price for these swords, you know.
Oh.
So all I'll do is I'll take 5 gold out of the next lot.
That seems great.
I just don't. You know, I like you. I like you all. I don't want to be taking coin out your purse when, you know, I can go without for a bit longer. So yeah, we'll do it that way.
If that's what you'd like, I can also pay you now. It's no problem.
Both.
Bloody hell! Will you just take the gift?
Yes. Thank you so much. You're very generous. Thank you.
Yeah, bloody. I know I'm bloody generous. It doesn't seem that you bloody recognise it though, does it? Bloody hell!
Aggressive.
Be aggressive.
Not
What
bloody
the hell's
aggressive.
going
I'm just
on?
trying to be generous.
Nothing. We're being given a very generous offer, and
Harold missed the
now
whole thing.
we're ready to move on.
Sorry, I
And
was in
Jimmy
the
the blacksmith
loo.
just walks back into the smithy, just shaking his head like, I don't understand. I was trying to be nice. I was trying to do something nice for them, and they bloody don't. I don't bloody know. I don't
Fucking
understand.
demons.
What did you guys do to him?
Nothing. I didn't do. He
I don't
said that he
understand
could
it
take
anymore.
5 gold out of the next shipment, and he could go without. And I said that we could just pay him the 5 gold now, and then he got all uppity about it.
And I hold up my shield so Harold can see it. Look, I got a shelf.
You know, we just got an axe to get rid of doors. You didn't have to carry one with you.
It's so that he can tuck Droop behind it.
That's kind of adorable. I don't know how I feel about the dwarfs protecting goblins with such maternal instinct.
He's our goblin, though. He's our sharpshooter. Got to keep him safe. And I only have aid. I only have aid for 3 people, so I got to tuck him in and hide him.
That's fair. Okay, that's fine. I get it. Okay.
It made sense to me.
I think it's a genius idea, personally.
I love it.
Right. So are we set? Gundren, are you set?
Gungeon's probably having second thoughts about coming with us now.
No,
Here's the map. Just go.
I'm ready.
All right then. Let's do this. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what we were paid to do.
Oh, and while we're on the way to Wave Echo Cave, I'll explain to Droop how this little step thing works. So,
Absolutely, that's fine. And Droop is. There are times you explained it to him, and you need to explain it a few times.
yeah, I figured.
Because once or twice, he's very clearly still just paying more attention to his hat.
Put the damn hat down and listen.
Yeah. On
You better
on
not
the journey,
say
he
that
would,
to him in character.
Oh no, I wouldn't do that. No.
I'll fight you.
So, you make the journey to Wave Echo Cave. It will take about what we are now. I think we said we got back into Fandolin sort of towards an evening, didn't we? Let's say a day and a half. So you get to the entrance of Wave Echo Cave. Not the next day, but the morning of the day after. And as you've journeyed to Wave Echo Cave, the weather has started to take a turn. So it has started to, the air has started to get colder. The more moisture in the air generally. And on the morning that you reach the entrance to the cave, you realize that there is a heavy mist on the ground. Okay. So the entrance tunnel leads into. Oh, let's bring up the map, shall we? Now, I think, being well, I have correctly set up the vision for you all on this. So hopefully, you should all be able to see it as your character would see it. It's a big old map, starting in the bottom left. Okay. Now, this map, when it was first done, was done on 10-foot squares. Have now been subdivided, but it just means that you look like ants on a runway at the moment. So
You did the lighting on it.
yeah, very. I
Oh,
did.
this
So
is
hopefully it will
awesome.
work.
This is so cool.
If it doesn't work at any point, we will come up with a plan B. But this is part of my challenge to myself as a DM, is to get better at using all the tools available to me. So yeah, we will try this with the dynamic lighting and see how it works.
Oh my god. This is the future.
That's so cool.
And I hate to do
It's
it, but
awesome,
I'll be
isn't
right
it?
back.
It is. It's fine, actually. This would possibly be a good time to take a quick break overall. So, shall we say 10 minutes?
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Cool. And Mo, I will get this +1 battle axe added into your inventory. Okay.
Heard that.
Cool. See you all in 10 minutes then. Thanks, guys.
Hey.
just wants to let me know when they're back.
I am here.
I am here.
Oh, hang on, I have the wrong set of headphones on. Bear with me. If everyone just wants to let me know when they're back, I'll actually be able to hear this thing.
Hey, I'm here.
We are here.
Some hurrah, 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 hurrah. Cool. So let me just set something up. Yeah. So Mo, you should now see that +1 battle axe in your attack section
I
of
do.
your sheet. Fantastic. So you'll be able to roll that. It automatically works out that it's +1 and rolls the necessary damage as well when needed. So the entrance tunnel of the cave leads into a large cavern supported by a natural pillar of rock containing 3 stalagmites. In the western part of the cave, behind the column of rock, 3 bedrolls and a heap of ordinary supplies. Sacks of flour, bags of salt, bags of salted meat, lanterns, bags of lamp oil, pickaxes, shovels, and other gear. Amid the supplies, you see the body of a dwarf. The northeastern section of the cavern has collapsed, forming a 10-foot wide, 20-foot deep pit. A sturdy hemp rope is tied off around a nearby stalagmite, dangles down the side of the pit, bottom of which is a rough-hewn tunnel heading northwest and east. On this map, the body of the dwarf is somewhere around.
All right there.
Yeah.
And then it said there was a rope tied off to the stalactite. Is it perfect? Cool.
I think. I don't know. No, I was wrong. Damn it.
I have frozen. Give me 2 seconds. Hang on.
What?
I'm back. Sorry, Harrow, you were asking something about stalagmite?
Yeah, that had the rope tied to it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it this little one over here on the right side?
So the stalagmite is this one here,
Perfect.
and the rope is tied to that one. Absolutely. Gundren, could you please roll me a perception check? Okay. It doesn't actually need a high roll to see that you know the body of this dwarf. It's your brother, Tharden.
What the fuck?
Hey, welcome to the party. There's your dead brother.
So we're just gonna have.
You can.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, please, after you.
The Gundren's just gonna like kind of start slowly walking over to it. When he gets to about 10 feet, he can absolutely ascertain what it is. He just kind of drop to his knees and knee walk over to him. Oh no!
If you could roll a medicine check for me, please, Gundren. Okay. You, I'll be sure, but you think that Tharden has been dead for maybe 4 days. Can't tell how he died. But yeah, he's been gone at least a few days. The last you had heard from Tharden and your other brother Nundro, they were camping outside Van Dillen, ready to explore the caves. Obviously, they decided to start early, and it should be said as well that there is only one body.
So,
Two brothers, but there's only one body.
so that dwarf is officially dead.
Yes.
So 3 to 4 days dead. So definitely no bringing him back, I assume.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at too. So,
Far beyond any sort of like that, unfortunately.
oh, that dynamic lighting is awesome.
Dude, I did not know that I could actually move these little dudes over here.
Oh, sorry, yeah. So if you click on your token, you can then drag him
Oh,
around.
hell yeah, brother.
So each of the sort of heavily highlighted squares was from the original map, which was a 10-foot scale, but it does have smaller divisions in there, which is a 5-foot scale. So that's the one that we'll be working with. But yeah, you can click your token, drag him. So you'll see how the lighting changes depending on what you can see from where he's positioned against any natural formations. If there are, for example, doors in here somewhere, they will show as blocking the light, so you won't be able to see what's through a door.
Incredible.
Okay. Before everything gets started, I'm going to play Aid.
Yeah.
It's posted in the chat window. Everybody gets 5 extra hit points.
What are you casting it on?
We're gonna go at Gundren, Serenity, and Haro. Droop, you get in the shield.
I do love more hit points.
If you what you can do more is if you hold shift and double click on your token. Well, no, you don't even need to do that. Sorry, just don't even hold shift. Just single click on your token, and it will give you. You open up along the top a red circle, green circle, blue circle,
Mm-hmm.
and you can put any temporary hit points into the this spare red circle. Green is your hit points, blue is your armor class. There we go.
Nice.
All right, and before things get rowdy, I am a discipline of life, and I noticed over the last when I changed my spells out that my discipline of life should give me 2+ the spells level extra healing, which isn't showing up in the chat window. So if anybody wants to keep that in mind, if I heal them,
So we get an extra 2 when you heal us?
2+ the spell level.
Oh,
That's why I asked.
very nice.
So that my understanding from that is it would be if you're healing throughout, it wouldn't apply to aid. I think. Let me just double check.
Yeah, you're right. It's if he casts a healing spell. Aid is just
An
a
actual
protection.
healing spell like cure wounds or something like that.
Yeah,
I think he was just
So,
mentioning
yeah,
for
it
us to
doesn't
keep
apply at the
in
moment, but if there's
to keep in mind for when he does heal.
Yeah, that's why I asked
Cool.
if I was supposed to be conning the character or clicking the avatars. I was thinking the math was just minus because I didn't have anybody particularly targeted. But from what I read, it's just something that's.
that was my bad. I failed to pick that up last week that you got the Disciple of Life, yeah. But
No, it's quite okay. It's all
absolutely,
learning
we'll
experience.
make sure that anytime you're healing, it's that we add on to plus the spell level that you cast the healing spell at.
nice.
Yeah, I did.
And don't forget to mark off the spell slot Anyway.
Understood.
Cool. Plan?
And I think I'm done for that. So, whoever's in, somebody take lead. English is
It's
hard.
me.
I leave this to the morning dwarf.
We ent-
To spend some time with brother, or
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think he
we
has to,
continue on?
right? I mean, definitely don't think I don't think he'd just like roll off.
We'll pick you up on the way out.
No.
Oh no,
Serenity's
I mean,
happy to give him time.
we're not gonna go that far. Maybe we're just gonna like go grab the rip up the blankets out of his bedroll or whatever, and at least cover him up. Poor guy.
Why don't you take a second to say something heartbreaking to him while I refill my water? I'll be right back.
And then I'll have our dwarven ally walk you away, and then I'll quietly loot him.
Just come with me, son. Don't look. Look to the future, not behind you.
I do it as respectfully as possible, but this dude did manage to make it to Wayback okay by himself. Well, assumedly with his brother. But who knows?
Yeah, what we're gonna do, we're gonna have him go over here and do some bedroll stuff, or you could get some blankets. You get a chance, go over there and loot that guy while I'm doing that. Just slide right in there.
I'll do some cleric-y thing, wave my censer around.
I'm as respectful as I possibly can be while tossing his pockets and checking his gear.
I'm sorry you're dead. Your friends will miss you. Give me your stuff.
So, are you actually looting the body, Harrow?
Like you have to ask. Yes, I am.
Thank you. You do find actually there's nothing much in his pockets or in his pouches. Nothing more than sort of regular, explorer supplies, of which you already have plenty.
That's because we're dwarves.
You do notice though.
We keep our important stuff in our beard.
You find 3 gold pieces in his beard,
Oh my god.
and you do also realize that he is wearing. There's no way for you to know this without. So I'm just going to tell you. So he is wearing boots, which are in actual fact boots of striding and springing.
So is it fair to say that there is something interesting about his boots? I just am not sure what.
Yes, It's not to the extent that you're going to cast like detect magic or anything like that one. But yeah, the boots you get a strange vibe from your boots. We'll say it's a nudge from your.
So if they look
tact.
maybe a little too particularly fine, can I make an Arcana check?
Sure, by all means.
They just look real pretty.
These look real fine. Yeah.
So I can't quite pin down what about. I just take them and I just quietly hand them to the dwarf next to me and be like, "Hardstat, take these. They might be useful.
Oh, Gucci boots. Nice.
Lick them or do whatever it is you do with them."
Oh yeah. Hold on. No, it only works on dwarf stuff.
It was dwarf's boots.
Are they rusty?
You can
Rusty
Hardstat, you can also into anarchy, and we're only in room 1.
Yeah.
Hardstat, if you want, you can roll out an arcana check for me as well.
Nah, you don't want me to do that.
Yeah, we do. Do it. Booyah!
You're fairly certain that these are indeed boots of striding and springing.
I'm better at this
Now,
Arcana stuff
those,
than it says on my
there,
sheet.
Fact.
there seem to be problems with me dragging and dropping stuff on roll 20 tonight, so I will get them. I will get it into your character sheet eventually, even if I have to do it manually. But just essentially, when you're wearing these boots, they do require attunement. Just so you know, your speed while you wear these boots becomes 30 feet. Which for a dwarf is particularly handy since your speed is normally 25 feet.
Uh-oh. Oh, is that me?
Distance.
Seems like a great time for me to come back over.
Where'd you get those boots, buddy?
Those are mine. He left me those in his will. Don't be about it.
In his will.
You're taking me brother's boots.
Oh, no, no, no.
Yes.
I just realized he was talking to me. No. Here, you can have these boots. Good sir.
We should
Don't see
definitely
any other
hurry.
bodies around here.
Which means he might be deeper in, or perhaps the spider has found him to be of some use. After all, this is a family cave, if I recall. This was part of your clan's holdings. If he has one of the blood, that means he somehow has a claim. So, why don't we take a minute, search the general area, and then let's move on.
So if you're searching a general area, apart from the supplies previously mentioned, you don't find anything else of note.
Handy. Serenity, you're on point, yeah?
Yep.
Have at thee.
Just waiting for you to tie your shoes.
What's wrong with Mike? Ugh.
Funny.
So if we're at the stage where people are descending this rope, I need everyone to make an athletics
Fuck.
check for me, please.
Fuck. And this is it. This is where we die.
I got that.
Rip.
I got that in stereo there.
You said
So I was
Honestly,
thinking back to the very
accurate.
first session.
How big of a drop is this?
It doesn't matter.
You would
Yes, it matters.
You'd
If
be
it's
able
over
to
30
see the-
feet, I'm not doing it.
be able to see the. You'll be able to see the bottom. It's a 20-foot drop.
I'm going to aid Serenity in getting her way down.
Oh no!
Explain to me how you're going to do that.
I'm going to tie the rope to her and we're all going to help her slowly make her way down.
Okay, so in that case, everyone else is using the rope at the top to lower Serenity down. In that case, you need a strength check from Gundren, Harrow, Hardstadt, and Droop, please.
Got it covered.
Yeah, about what I
So it looks like
expected.
Not a huge issue there, Mo. You've done a strength save rather than a strength check.
Oh, where is that at?
So there's two separate sections on the character sheet.
He still rolled a 20.
It's not a huge
Click on the
yeah, even with the nat 20, it's fine. It's just there's I haven't had the sheet in front of me for a while, so but yeah, there's one section. I think the saves are at the top, and then the checks are underneath.
click on the
If I
word
remember.
strength.
Well, that one was for Droop. I forgot to click on him though.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah, I'm looking and
Okay, so
I see
yeah,
the skills like underneath it here, but I don't see strength in there at
It's
all.
to the left.
It's in
So
the,
it's your ability scores
oh
on the left
sorry,
of your
it's to the
sheet.
left. It's
So
one
you
of
just
the
click on
it's
the
one of
strength
core.
above your stat.
there you go.
Uh,
I went through the
look
same
at that.
thing.
I still go through the same thing. So yeah, we'll obviously we'll still take that first roll. So yeah, between all of you, managed to lower Serenity safely down to the bottom of the.
Do I not even have to roll? They're just like, nope, not again.
You don't have to roll. You are essentially hanging there. You know, like when they rescue someone from a cliff, using a helicopter and a stretcher.
Yeah.
That's essentially Serenity. At this point, you kind of have like a rope tied under your armpits. You're just being like lowered like that. They're taking no chances in getting you to the bottom of that pit.
I like how Harrow didn't explain this to anyone.
He just tied her up and pushed her. You'll be
Guys, brace yourself.
fine.
But yes,
Haven't even
so
gotten
Serenity
to
is safely at the bottom. So we already have the athletics check from Hardstadt.
Yeah, I just jumped.
So right, okay. So let's have a wee look. See
Catch
just
me.
how much damage Hardstadt takes with that.
Oh,
So Hardstadt, you take 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Whoa.
I broke my leg.
Rough.
I deserved it. I should have waited.
Like how we
Hardstatt now has
haven't
a
even
compound
got
fracture.
in.
Oh yeah, no.
He's
Deadfalls
already
have been
down.
our problems.
And climbs. We just don't do well with walls.
Yep. So what will help Droop down next?
Serenity will also poise to catch
another
Droop.
Okay, no problem. So if we're lowering Droop, we need another strength check from Harrow and Gundren.
God damn, Gundren is just like,
Holy
I got this.
shit!
He's a professional
Yeah,
spelunker.
my word, this is impressive. That's like 2 crits already. Fucking hell. So yeah, Droop safely makes it down to the bottom as well. Serenity's already down there.
Poor poor
So
dwarf
just
man's just
Harrow and
like, I already lost. I got 50% less brothers. I'm not trying to have 100% less brothers.
Oh.
Oh no.
oh Jesus.
Macabre. All right, there, dwarf. You mind helping me down? I'm not exactly what I would call a smooth climber.
I could hold my shield out between the three of us down here, and you could just jump onto the shield like one of those nets that the firemen use. No.
Are those nets not generally flexible, Ray? It tends to be better for absorb. I mean, I'm not a physicist, but I believe that it needs to be flexible to kind of absorb some of the energy.
Hardstadt's not a smart man.
I mean, so Gun,
Yeah,
you successfully down, climbing down on the rope.
yeah, he's gonna have to shimmy down.
That's
He's
fine.
all
It
up
takes
there
him a
by
few minutes.
himself.
It takes him a few minutes. And yeah, Harrow, you're also you're good as well. So apart from hard stat, everyone makes it down without taking any damage. You now, before you, have a choice. You can either head to the northwest, heading in that direction, or down to the southeast. There's a cavern. There's a corridor leading out, so you can head out this way.
I say we go north.
You can head out up this way.
The southeast is pretty hot.
I agree with going right or left. I mean,
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Let's go head north.
And if I could just have a running order, please.
I usually take up the rear. Stop it.
Yeah, I knew someone
Oh,
was going
outside.
to do it.
Of course it was us. We're a bunch of fucking savages.
Yeah, dude, I like you guys, but you're definitely forever unclean.
Made my peace with that a long time ago.
I'm totally cool with it. Just make it weird.
Yeah, no, it really did. Thanks. Okay, so we've got Serenity, then Harrow, Drip, Serenity, Gundren at the back of that pack, and then Hardstat way at the back, taking up the rear. Okay, so how are we? Yeah, as it were. How are we doing this? Are we taking a stealthy approach? Are we taking a kind of? Are we running through here pell mell? Get to try and potentially find the other brother as soon as possible. Are we taking somewhere at a regular pace?
Do we know how his brother on that shelf got killed? Were we able to figure that out, or
No, it was unapparent.
did he die from being noisy?
Jesus.
Jeez. Wow. Listen,
Shitty
none of
might.
us. No, go ahead.
No, I mean it's real though. Dwarves are loud and boisterous, and maybe he just should have shut the fuck up.
What was he wearing? Armor-wise.
He was wearing. That's a good question. Gundren, what armor are you wearing?
Hold on. Let me see if I can find it here. I know it's in here somewhere, right?
We're not exactly the stealthiest of crews, except for Droop. And unless we want to send him ahead, it's probably just best for us to just advance cautiously.
Yeah, I'm trying to see where my. Oh, I got chainmail. There it is.
Chainmail.
What is
Okay,
going
so
on?
yeah, he would have also had chainmail. So just a note with chainmail: anytime you roll stealth, it will be at disadvantage. Okay.
No stealth
So
for
So
you.
definitely not a stealth group.
Mila, come here. Come
We're here. We're right here.
Hi.
here. No, so
Oh,
it's raining and the dogs
Is-
are
he's-
like
he's-
super scared.
I was like, who's Mila? What?
Oh.
Yeah,
When he
there's
talks to his
Mila.
dog,
Okay.
I respond, and he really likes it.
Yeah, it's very funny. Sorry. I'll quit interrupting now.
No, that's fine. I love dog stories. I don't have a dog. Jodie's mum has a dog, but I don't have a dog. I want a dog, but
How is
I
Jody?
just feel left out when dogs get discussed. Yeah, she's good. She started a new job this week, so she's finally out of the call center industry.
Yay! Good for
Because
her.
I set myself in the call center industry, so
Oh,
swings and roundabouts. Yeah, no, she's good. She's enjoying it so far. She's only done a couple of days so far, but so far she's still customer service, but not. She can't get her head around the fact that every second of every moment of her working day isn't being monitored and analysed and fed into an algorithm somewhere. So it's quite freeing for her.
That's
Good.
nice.
And yeah, like I say, I now do call centre work instead. So so we still have that little that little connection to the worst industry in the world. But hey, it's warm and dry, so we'll take it.
Did you all meet
Yeah.
at the call center?
But yeah,
No, they
No,
met in their apartment
I-
community
that's
center, right?
That's right.
yeah, Ray, thanks for paying attention.
I can only hold so much up here.
No wonder Hallmark didn't give you that job. Jesus Christ.
I just remember how strange it was that you were talking to your neighbor. So.
I mean, yeah, it's
As an
fairly
American,
unusual even here as well. Yeah, it's fairly unusual here as well. So it was a serendipitous turn of events. Yeah, we didn't meet in there, but we have a shared something to talk about in an evening when I say, "Hi, honey, how was your day at work?" And she says, "Yeah, great. I wasn't monitored on my calls today. I can take calls and they can last as long as they need to last. How was your day, honey?" And I say, "Fine, great. I can't have a call go over 5 minutes 46, otherwise I get in trouble from my boss."
no.
Damn,
It's
bro, what
insurance.
company do you
It's
work
fine. I mean,
for?
it's AXA insurance.
Oh, damn.
So they're good to work for, and I mean, it's a very easy job. It's just a general motor insurance service desk. So people phone up with queries, and I help them with queries and help them make changes. So it's going to get
Gotcha.
boring quite quickly, I think. But it's a job. For the most part, I'll be working from home. So I've got a good setup.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I work from
it's fine.
home as
It
well,
is
and I
what it
love
is.
that shit. So
Yeah, I've literally just finished training on Friday, and we were in the office for training so that they could make sure we didn't break any of the systems. But as of Monday, I'm working from home, so
nice.
we'll see we'll see how long it lasts without me having adult supervision.
Oh, you raggedy bitch!
Not you.
Dog got in my lap, and she
I
just
mean,
can't stop twisting on my sack. Like,
Ouch.
please, God, stop.
and, some of us are just glad for the contact more. Anyway, so where did the party going? So we've established we're going through the northwest tunnel. I will let you start to actually make your way through. I may ask you to stop at times.
You just gonna stop, motherfucker.
Wow.
She disappeared.
Amazing.
Okay.
I was just waiting for the map to change.
Okay. So you come through and you see the options essentially. A corridor heading off to the west, corridor heading off to the east, and a corridor heading to the heading up to the northwest. So yeah, so which option do you guys think you will want to go for?
Well,
Strong
This
northwest
one
vibes
is
from
first
Harrow.
off, though.
do you guys want to go to like the center of the map, or you guys want to go like f around up there at the top in what looks like the most formed part of the cave?
Well, if we can go to the south area.
It's just a
I see.
I swear before Christ, if you don't just fucking, I hate you so much.
Ooh. We'll make a decision.
Uh,
Settle down.
Well, let's go
It's the
North.
dog. It's just the dog.
west then. Northwest.
All right. I promise I love you guys. You're the best. The dog's just being dumb. This dynamic lighting thing is
Fucking cool.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie. It adds like a really nice level of tension to dungeon exploring. It makes me want to not move at a breakneck pace.
Yeah, can we do perception?
Yeah, by all means, if you want to do perception checks, then that's absolutely fine by me.
Things just got real.
Dude, the level of anxiety.
So while you're doing those perception checks, if you bear with me one moment, I am going to just send D an invite to this game. Because I've got him set up on the next adventure, but not on this one yet. So because I think he's finished what he was doing, so he's just going to drop in. So I'm just going to get him so he can actually see what's going on in the map. So if you bear with me, 2 minutes, guys. I'll be as quick as I can.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
Hey,
rush.
yep.
Awesome. Bear with me.
It's really kind of unnerving as when you move, the light behind you disappears too, so you don't know your way out anymore.
Yeah, right? Like, could you imagine if he's like, cool, now you have to escape?
I'd be like, no, we don't. We're just gonna die here.
You did all that for nothing. Hey now.
Hey, Mo.
What's up, babe?
You know what's really crazy about dynamic lighting?
What's that?
Is that you can actually set it to the limitations of your character's uh, uh, maximum visual distance.
Oh no.
So, like, if you've only got 30 feet of dark vision, they can set dynamic lighting to only be out 30 feet, as well as line of sight.
That would also be like a little miserable.
Yeah, the fact you can do light sources and visual ability is really super cool. Like, Roll20 is definitely really deep.
I can 100% appreciate that someone cared when they did it.
Yeah, and they keep improving it. You can do APIs where, like, I can target someone with a spell effect, and when I roll it, it'll actually shoot like a little Eldritch Blast beam at them.
That's dope, actually.
It's pretty cool.
I'm not mad at that.
Oh, also, Mo, if you want, if you go into your settings, the first thing on your settings is a display name if you want to change it.
Why, you don't like my name?
No, I'm just saying if you wanted to be more covert about it.
Get into character.
Oh, hello, new friend.
Hello.
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 Greetings.
This is D, who I used to work with when I was previously a book geek. So, welcome, D.
Hello.
When you previously worked in the book industry,
By which I mean I
feel
worked
like
in a
you're still
bookstore.
geek.
Bookstores, what are those?
You know,
You
wear
must
the
be a
badge
dinosaur.
inside.
Next to the arcade.
Oh, shut your mouth.
How's it going? How's mines?
Oh, we're slowly inching our way through this mine with a mild paranoia.
That is very sensible.
Mild.
Well, we've gone 30 feet.
So,
The shadows are scaring us.
That's what shadows are for.
first time that we've used dynamic lighting, so they're all kind of just it's a new thing for all of us. So the dynamic lighting is freaking
It's
them the fuck out as it
it's
absolutely
interesting,
blows.
the dynamic lighting, yeah.
I will
He
say
has
that my
dark vision. He
initial
doesn't.
my initial reaction was to go forward for like several feet, and then I noticed the marching order getting broken up, and was like, I probably shouldn't just run ahead everybody like an idiot.
Outside the party.
You must gather your party before venturing forth. Shall we continue forward, Mr. Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to now, let me just have a quick look at those perception rolls that you also just to check. Can you see the whole map?
Who's that?
You see the whole map, D?
I cannot.
Oh, I thought I had set you up as GM level so that you could see it. Are you seeing just pitch black?
I'm seeing blackness.
A beautiful
Oh, good.
map.
Okay. So how about this, Serenity?
Me.
How would you feel if I gave control of Droop the Goblin to D?
Oh, that sounds great. D is for Droop.
Droop is still going.
You
Wow.
fancy playing the?
Of course,
Droop
Droop
is
going. What does
Droop
that
is
mean?
Droop is the best performing member of this team.
Yeah.
You know,
Droop rolls better than any of us.
has more kills on his belt than anyone else.
Taking down the 15
Crikey.
zombies was pretty impressive.
I'm really
You know
enjoying
the old well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Droop managed to quit on the Red Wizard, and obviously when he goes, all the zombies go as well.
Of course.
So Droop with one arrow managed to wipe out the entire playing field.
Nice.
The little bastard.
It was. I mean,
That's
it made the combat very easy to run. Put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Droop did not
Let me
last
just
this
change
long at
the-
all when I played this.
Droop gets around.
Was Droop brought into the party or just like cut down in his prime?
I think we brought him along for a little bit, but it was a very little bit. I don't think it was further than Cragmore Castle.
It's just. Is it not letting me change you? Sorry, folks. One moment. We'll get this sorted.
Please hold.
It's all good, Paul.
Your adventure is important to us. Next in the adventuring line. go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, D, you should now have access to Droop's character sheet and control of Droop.
Ta-ta.
He's just gonna run out of the cave later.
Refresh.
There he is.
Try refreshing.
Yeah, I see him now.
Got him. Cool.
That character sheet. All right.
Yeah, we
He also
decided
has a
to,
feather
because
cap.
Droop was such a value. Oh yes, he has a very important. This is very important. He has, so the two things you need to know. He has a Robin Hood style, like cap feather in it,
Excellent. Good.
which is his most prized possession, and also Hardstat, played by Ray,
Yes.
has a shield with a small shelf on the back of the shield,
Excellent.
where would Droop, if he's using a hide bonus action, he can hide on that shelf, and his hides are with advantage.
That's incredibly cute. I'm very into it.
And this is why Droop has survived so long.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's killed everything that's threatened him.
Yeah.
Okay, I have Droop. Yes.
Yeah, so let me have a quick look at these perception checks that you all rolled, and then we can get back on it. So I have so I'm only seeing them from Harrow and Serenity.
Droop was the
Can
10.
I get a... Okay, yep, no worries. Right, okay, and then perception check from Hardstat, please.
Ooh, hard as that.
All the way in the back.
Okay,
Oh, boy.
so Hardstat, as you're no sniggering in the back again, but as you're taking up the rear, you do hear something, actually.
It better not be a spider.
I swear
It's
to
not
God.
spider. It's a sort of a slurping, squelching noise, and you
Where the hell
turn
did that come
around
from?
and you see an enormous gelatinous blob.
Not good. Not good.
And I need everyone to please roll initiative.
I don't like
So don't
the
get quick on
sound
your
in
token.
Sirenscape.
That's why Sirenscape is so fun.
I'm so glad that right now is
Click your token
right
first.
now is why when I joined.
Also, all you need to do is just click on your token. And if you go into your character sheet, towards the top of the sheet on the right-hand side, there's an option for initiative. There we go. I think you clicked on your token first, Mo, but what I'll do is I'll get you added in there with me.
I just realized I was muted. I've been talking the whole time.
Oh,
Oh, man!
It happens.
No worries.
Is that how did I do it?
Let me just get into the...
Oh, I did it. Okay. I figured it out.
So what I'll do is I'll get to...
Yeah, we can just amend that to the first roll there.
But do you know what? Oh well, there you go. You've already done it. I was going to let you have the higher roll, but actually makes no difference whatsoever to the turn order. So up first we have Hardstat. What would you like to do?
All right. Now that we got a full party, I'm gonna move back there so I can keep cover on Droop, and I'm going to play.
Thank you.
So Hardstat kind of, pardon me, excuse me, coming through
Sorry, I forgot about that.
through the groove.
I am going to play Shield of Serenity. Were you planning on taking the point again?
Yes.
Am I allowed?
I would like to make sure that pardon me, I'm here to protect you from whatever is making that noise. When our food gets here, I have to turn off Sirenscape, though.
If I may, am I allowed to ask what armor our Gundren has? Is that something that he'd be able to tell
My
me?
AC.
Or is it one of those things we just have to wing it?
Yeah. Yeah, no, Country, we'll go on a range of not very armory to medium armor to, yeah. Fuck it,
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
just tell me armor class, that's fine.
Yeah, he's got chainmail, so it's 18.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. 18?
Let's go with Shield of Faith on Serenity.
Okay,
And it's in the
so
chat.
you place your hand on Serenity's shoulder.
As she ran past me.
You, yep, and you cast Shield of Faith, and so Serenity now has a +2 her AC, taking her to 20, if I remember.
Yeah.
Nice.
And yeah.
Anything else that you? Bear in mind as well that is concentration. Okay, Shield of Faith.
Understood, sir. Yes. I have no. Okay. That should end my turn.
Okay, and I'm just going to mark you as concentrating. That's what the target is there. Okay, so that is your turn. We have Droop.
Wonderful. As I'm just a wee little goblin,
Welcome to the party, pal.
what is my line of sight on this jelly from there? I'm quite far back.
There's just a dwarf in front of you. You should be able to.
Yeah.
Dwarf in front of you. So I will say that it is going to have a +2 to its AC.
It's got some cover. Okay. Well, then I'm going to shoot it with this light crossbow of mine. Seems like the thing to do. For an 11.
That does actually hit. It makes contact. It does, yes.
God.
It kind of sinks into the jelly. But yeah, it does hit. So if you want to roll damage for me.
I hit something.
Hitting jellies and slimes isn't hard. Injuring them is the hard part.
For a 1, +3, so 4 points of piercing damage.
4 points.
And I will use Fury
damage.
Points of damage.
A nice little amount of damage there.
Yeah.
Droop doing what Droop does best.
That will do for me, I think.
Okay, no problem. I just need to quickly update one thing here.
This is the first time I've ever used Sirenscape. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It is fantastic.
It made a bolt noise when I fired.
Also,
That was really cool.
Yeah. So if you fire and then hit, I can make it sound different from if you fire.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
And even better, I can make it sound different if you crit.
Oh, that's satisfying. Nice, I love it.
It's taken me like the best part of a day, but I managed to basically move all the Sirenscape sound effects over into my Stream Deck. So I've got one for, I don't know if you can see, but I have one for each character.
Oh, cool.
Probably be able to see with the lights.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah, I
Look
go
at
into each character and I have weapon sounds and spells for each of you, depending on what you do. So, like I say, might as well try and use all the tools that I can. So, Droop, if your turn is over, we
That's
move
me
to
done.
Gundam.
All right. Well, I guess 'cause I don't think there's anything specifically that's super. We'll hold on to that for later. All right, I reckon he's just gonna run up there and hit it with his magic axe, because that's what you do.
Yeah, so
And one, two, three.
roll for an attack.
Hey.
Yeah, that will
Woo!
absolutely do it. So now, if you click where it says +1 axe, it will roll damage
Okay.
in the chat at the bottom
I
of
was
that
just
box.
checking
Just
on.
click on it.
I was checking to see what level this guy was to see if his improved critical worked.
That is a good question.
Beginning at level 3rd.
Oh, well, yes, because he's level 4.
Nice. So does that? I don't know how to actually read this. Is 19 the actual roll?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
Okay, and then damage. How do I roll damage? Or is there one for that?
Click
So
on the
just
where
where it says
+1 FU.
it should
Sorry,
go
what was
red
that?
when you hover over it. In the chat, where it shows the your attack rolls,
Oh, okay.
underneath
Gotcha.
that it says +1 axe you. There we go. So that's going to be now someone with better maths. So that is your improved crit, isn't it?
Yeah, that would be a critical for that on a 19.
So
Yeah.
you've got to roll one more d8.
So
Oh, so you just hit it again? Nice.
So
that's fine.
16
So from that
damage.
it's 7, so 16 damage. Just remember what type of damage is it that that axe does? It's going to be slashing damage, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not typed here, but I would assume it's slashing.
Yeah, okay. So let me just knock off the 16 damage very quickly. So, interestingly, what happens is that, well, actually, for one thing, it doesn't take 16 damage, it only takes 8 damage. And also, it starts to split. Almost like where you hit it with your axe. Almost as if an earthworm cut into becomes 2 earthworms. You now have 2 ochre jellies.
Shit.
And bear with me a second.
Made it worse. How did you make it worse?
No, it's not worse. They're smaller.
They are
I'm
smaller.
unconvinced.
Yeah. So previously they were large. They are now medium. Yeah, there are now 2 of them. Gundred, do you want to do anything else as if you haven't done it enough already?
I'm not sure if that's like an insult or.
Merely
I
an
don't think there's much
observation.
else he can. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot else he can do. So that's gonna be it, boys.
Okay. No problem at all. So up next we have Harrow.
You know what? I'm gonna hold until Serenity makes her move so I can support her. So I'll let her go first.
She's just gonna stand in the hall for now.
Say that again,
Okay.
sorry, Serenity.
It sounds like Serenity's gonna stay where she is. So I'll just move up one behind her and then ready my attacks if they close in on her.
Okay, and what attack are you planning? Which attack are you holding?
I'm gonna hold my glaive attacks. So if they move
Glaive
in,
attack.
I'll take all my glaive attacks on them.
You got it, no worries. And Serenity, were you just doing nothing at all?
Yeah, we're gonna assume defensive and slip into tunnel fighting.
Okay, no problem at all. So just because I was going through my notes this week, so for defensive, you mean kind of your actual official protection style?
Yes.
Oh no, that's isn't it? Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no problem. That's fine. I made notes. I didn't say they were very good notes. Okay, so up next we have
I know the feeling.
up next we have the first. Please going to lash out with one of its pseudopods at Gundren. And that is going to be a 6 to hit. I'm guessing does not hit. Now, this pseudopod to move up here and is going to attack. Yep. Go on. You take your action now.
We're gonna murder that guy with everything I got at my disposal. I'll start with he moved into my my threat area, so I'm going to take my attack of opportunity on him.
Sure. Definitely hits. Okay. So yes, and the 13 also hit.
Yeah, the bus strike.
And,
Jesus Christ!
and at this point, you realise that ochre jelly is has dissolved. You know, like when you leave a plate of Jello out for too long,
just collapses like a flan in a
putrefies.
cupboard.
Thank you very much. Yes, exactly. It's there. It kind of loses all its structural integrity and just kind of dissolves into the paving slabs. So yeah, that's both of the ochre jellies taking their turn.
That ochre jelly is jammed.
I mean,
Oh no.
indeed it is. If only someone had brought a spare jar with them, they could sell it at a craft fair.
Hey, look, sis! I spread that jelly like a pro.
That sounds vaguely erotic. To hurts that.
You would say that, Paul.
He's hung
You
up
know,
with us
so-
enough. He feels comfortable saying it.
Yeah, Paul, don't be lewd.
Yeah, Paul, come on. We're not at the Lux Shrine anymore. I am going to play Sacred Flame on our last remaining jelly, please.
Got it. So you reach out your hand and a gust of radiant flame. That doesn't sound very sacred flame. He does it. I think I fucked up in the sound effects there. Okay, so I have to make a dex save. And I fail miserably with an 8.
All right. Do I roll the 1d8?
Level are you casting it at? Oh no, it's yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, it's just yeah, it's a cantrip. Never mind. Yeah, 1d8, please.
7.
7 points of damage. Okay, so that's fine. Let's just knock that off there. So yeah, this jelly is starting to look very. I don't know, as hurt as jelly can look, perhaps.
Crispy?
But it certainly looks like it's starting to crispy, and yet at the same time, if you can see parts where the form is struggling to keep its shape. So you think it might not be too much longer before it meets the fate of its other half / formally itself.
Crispy jelly.
Anything else?
All right. So that was a cantrip. So I could cast a spell as a bonus action.
What's that? Crispy jelly. Yum yum
Crispy
yum.
jelly is just
The
barbecue
forbidden jelly.
sauce.
Forbidden jelly. That's gross.
Don't know until you've tried it.
I don't like that description for barbecue sauce.
Yeah, I feel like that deeply upsets me on
I
a
don't know
fundamental
why,
level.
but
Yeah.
I'm just upset about it.
I'd apologize if I
you're
was sorry.
all squeamish.
Um.
Don't apologize, Mo. Don't apologize. They should be apologizing to you.
I mean, I'd
You feel
apologize
bad
if I
about
was sorry.
your evocative description.
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Let's have Drip finish the job here.
Well, I was.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
that was a
if I can.
That was a cantrip, so I could still cast a spell as a bonus action. Correct.
Oh, look at you, you fancy ass.
I believe that
Yeah,
is right.
go on.
I'm gonna play Sanctuary on the other dwarf.
On Gundren?
Gundren,
Okay, no
yes.
problem at all.
So Gundren now has Sanctuary.
The other dwarf. Such a dwarf racist.
The shorter dwarf.
Yeah. So let's have a look. So Sanctuary. So
It's in the chat.
I need to keep a note of that for the ochre jelly is attacking.
And that should end
Anything
my
else?
turn.
Okay, no problem. D
Right.
is on deck.
Crossbow out. Take another shot at this jelly. Yeah. With a critical miss.
With a critical miss, you'll be delighted to know in this game, critical misses count for nothing other than comedy value.
Yep.
So yeah, Droop is feeling cocky after that last successful shot, and the arrow goes above the jelly. Had it still been in its original large size, then yeah, it probably would have connected. But as it is, the jelly has shrunk in
I
size
wasn't
when it
expecting
split
it
off.
to be smaller. I hadn't adjusted.
Exactly, that's it. You Droop just didn't think about it. So yeah, it's a
I think
miss, unfortunately.
that's going to be it for me.
Nothing with your bonus action. Don't want to hide behind Hardstack Shield.
I'm not too worried about the jelly. It's quite far away. I think I'm feeling confident right now.
That's understandable.
And that's the last we see of Droop.
Let's talk about it. Let's say that.
I'm feeling quite confident.
That jelly has to kill a lot of
Hardstack's
people
currently
before
cursing
it
the
gets to me.
Hardstat's now cursing the fact that he got Blacksmith to specially put that shelf on. And Droop is like, yeah, fuck it, I don't need it.
Right, it's fun. That's why I'm over here.
Droop's like, I don't even
Okay,
like
over to
you that much.
Gundren.
Well, I reckon Gundren seeing that jelly split in two wasn't cool. So I think he's just gonna drop his axe and pull out his warhammer and give him a smackaroo.
Splat.
Yeah. And yes, that will definitely
God
do some
rolls.
damage. So roll.
Damn.
Okay. Click on the
I'll buy that
weapon
for
name
$1.
rather than it looks like
Oh,
you
did I?
can
Oh
flash back
man.
twice.
Yep.
Yeah, it works.
Because I'm cool.
We're all cool here. So that's fine. That does do some damage. And Warhammer will be bludgeoning, I think.
Mhm.
Okay, so what happens is as you bludgeon this jelly with your Warhammer.
Here it comes.
No, I'm only shitting. No, I'm shitting you. Don't worry. Yeah, no, it does damage. It takes you a moment to kind of the hammer gets caught in the sticky residue, and as you sort of pull and pull and pull, and it comes out with this sort of hideous squelching noise. Yeah. Anything else?
Nope, that's it. We're gonna stay with that.
No problem. Harrow, back to you.
I will stay right where I am and Eldritch Blast this critter.
What? No way.
Classic.
Classic hero.
And a 13 does hit, yes.
Nice.
Nice. So that barbecue sauce has just become even more barbecue-like. Just
What
to
the
check
heck?
though, what type of damage does Eldritch Blast do?
He just stepped away to grab my food.
I think it's
I think
necrotic, isn't it?
I believe it's force, or he believes it's force.
Let's have a look. Eldritch Blast. Crackling energy. That's fine. We won't put it down as lightning. Bless you, Ray.
On my screen it says show spell description on Harrow's Eldritch Blast, and I clicked that, and that's what showed up, and I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Party.
I heard something, but I was away from my headphones.
No, we were just checking what type of damage is it that Eldritch Blast does.
I do believe it is force.
Do you know off the top of your head? It is force damage. Okay, no problem. That's fine. Yeah, when I click on that, it gives me the actual description. You know, as if you clicked on the speech bubble.
Yeah, in my attack and damage profile, it says it's a D10 force.
Yeah, no, that's all good. That's fine. I just had to double check something with that, but yeah, that's all good. So this it is struggling to keep any sort of structural integrity. You know the bit in Nightmare Before Christmas where Oogie Boogie starts to get unpicked
My bugs.
and sort of just my bugs, and just before he collapses, the worms and the bugs just start to kind of lose their structural integrity. That is how this jelly looks at the moment. It is still standing, but you feel probably not for long. Anything else, Arrow?
Sorry.
No, I'm good. That's it.
No worries. And up next we have Serenity. What do you like to do?
I'm gonna. Man, like I feel like the only thing I have to attack him with is my sword, and I'm not willing to slash it in half.
Why not just move up and
Can I move up and bash it with my shield?
Yeah, absolutely. Why not? Go for it.
I do. It. I don't, how do I roll that? Can I click on my shield?
So just roll a strength check for me. Yeah, that would be enough to do damage to it. And it doesn't really matter what you roll because it currently only has 1 hit point. So the form of the jelly is kind of only just holding it together, and you essentially slam into it with your shield, and that is the last little bit of impact it needs for the jelly to lose all cohesion and to fall to the ground, back to the way it was, or the other half was. It essentially dissolves to the ground. And with that, we are out of combat. You realize that with all the exertion of the fight, suddenly the cave seems very quiet. Apart from the occasional booming noise that you hear from the, you assume is something to do with the wave and or echo element of the name Wave Echo Cave. Yeah, for now the danger seems to have passed. What would you like to do?
But I was going to take stock of everyone and make sure we're all okay because crazy weird jellies. And once he feels better about the situation, he just kind of falls back into line.
Gundren's just gonna pick up his axe and start heading back up the hallway. We're never gonna find me brother this way. Damn, that went real far. That's not. No, it is
like Creole.
Yeah, dude, it went way further than it was supposed to. But you know, we're just gonna leave it there. We're gonna leave it. I'm not gonna bother to retcon that.
You know, we did lose a shapeshifter, so you might want to keep that under control. We might start looking at you funny.
Are you looking at him funny?
Wow.
Okay, so stretching out ahead of you with Hardstart at the lead, you can see slightly further ahead into this network.
The paladin's like, the hell he is.
I was just waiting for everybody to move past me.
Oh, I forgot I'm not in charge of Droop anymore.
I'm doing my own thing.
I can't grab him.
There's more tunnels up here.
Shit, the goblin's possessed.
More of that shitty stonework.
So it looks like this path to our right can zigzag us to a main chamber, or we keep going north to what Gundren has declared more man-made structure. Dwarf-made structure. Made by people.
Yeah, we can see it like in the top left of the map up there is you see where it like I mean I'm taking context clues from the map, you know, but like it just looks like this area in the very top left corner up there is like the most constructed or most finished part of it. You know, judging by how the lines are straight.
Yeah, most artificial.
I'm for it. Let's head north. Or north on the map.
Northward, yes.
To Alaska.
Up.
And if everyone could please stop there
Yeet.
and roll another perception check for me, please, everyone.
Yeet. Eh. Sorry, my laptop's being really weird.
Okay, so as a group, you're fairly sure that there's nothing nearby. Droop has gone back to admiring his new green hat. But continue.
It makes me feel brave.
That's because you're the bravest of us all.
Yeah.
So Serenity, keep going north. Don't cut down this side passage.
Okay, you can continue a bit further.
We're going to Alaska.
Water up ahead.
So
Hey, there's
Again, to this
stairs over
chamber.
there.
a still pool fills much of this cavern. Water is dark, revealing little of what might lie within. The shore of the pool consists of a layer of broken shells from strange pale mussels, and a fishy odour hangs in the air. A passage leads south from this area, and a set of steps climbs up to the east. A sluggish stream flows out of the cave northeast.
Droop, get away from the water.
You don't
I'm,
have
look-
your, you don't have
I'm
your
looking
floaties
in
on.
at the muscles I can see.
Droop, I swear to God. Don't make me turn this car around.
They're so pretty.
Droop, you heard your mother.
I'm gonna go pick him up if he doesn't come back.
Fine.
You keep it up, you're getting
Bit of
the
context,
shield.
D. Until now, Serenity has essentially been like very much a mother figure to Droop. Droop looks up to Serenity more than anyone else in the party. She's the one that
Excellent.
convinced, essentially kind of, when they first adopted Droop, if you like, it was very much Serenity who, was like, can we keep him?
It's because she's tall.
So that kind of is very much a sort of an idea of the kind of the Droop Serenity relationship. She's very much a mother hen to Droop.
There's
And as a
always
mom
one.
in real life, him that close to the water is a no.
Can goblins swim? Probably not.
I mean, you can try.
I'm not gonna.
Okay. I mean, there's that big inviting pool of water just waiting there.
No,
Hey.
it's fine. I've been told off.
There comes Serenity.
This is the compromise. She'll just stand right next to him.
Can we just get away from the fucking look at those stairs. Aren't stairs fun?
You get
Come on,
back here,
Droop,
young
let's go to the
man.
stairs.
Look at those stairs. Wow, stairs.
Renity, what's your passive perception?
Me, 11.
I had a feeling it was high, but I don't think it is. What's everyone else's passive perception?
11.
Where do I know that at?
14.
11 here too.
It's underneath your attributes. It says wisdom.
Oh, passive was mine's a 10.
Okay, no worries. And hard stat, you said 14, yeah?
That is correct, sir. Yes.
Okay. You see something floating over in the northwestern corner of this body of water.
Is it Droop?
I'm over here.
He slunk off and got in the water.
Shit! That got dark fast.
Jeez Louise.
I will tell the group, hey, there's something floating out there in the water. I don't know if we want to check it out, or maybe somebody with ultra high definition night vision could see what it is.
Steers the arrow.
I mean, it's so crazy.
I also stand next to Harrow, though. I didn't know Serenity was afraid of things coming out of the water, but here we are. Shut them. I know where you sleep. Do not.
All right, I'll take a
Can
peek.
you? Okay, so Harrow, if you could please roll a perception or investigation, whichever is higher. I'll let you have.
Droop, get away from that water.
True.
From what you can see, it looks to be something humanoid,
Bruh.
and it looks like it is face down.
If I've got 100% less brothers.
Welcome to D&D. You have some trauma.
Lesson 1, kill your darlings.
So, can I? I'll try. Like, Harrow's going to do this dark eldritch incantation and summon a little mage hand,
Okay.
and just kind of reach out to this thing and just kind of tug it along in the water. Maybe hoping that I can float it towards us.
Is there fishing in this game?
Okay. So yeah, this is D&D fishing. So reaches out with his mind, and the spectral form of a hand puts over and gently pulls in towards the shoreline. And it is the body of a human male. And you can't really tell much about them. But yeah, it's a human male.
Do we know anything human
In
males?
dark robes. It looks like. Well, I'll tell you what. Someone roll a medicine check for me.
Oh, I got that.
Okay. So, it doesn't look like they have been dead for too long. Okay. And who has the highest? Who has the highest intelligence modifier?
Not I.
Probably Haro.
Not me.
Oh, intelligence? No.
Me neither, no. Is he canonically dead? I mean, is he dead?
We checked back into his backstory, and he is absolutely fucking dead.
I mean, my
Is
intelligence
he, is
is
he
a 12.
canonically dead?
Then yours is the highest, I believe.
Really?
We
Yeah.
are not a smart group.
Okay. Okay, so Gundren, roll an intelligence check for me, please.
Is he not a living creature? I
You
need,
have such a lawyer-like way of describing things
I-
sometimes.
I need a clarification. I got a spell. So, is he dead or is he a living creature
From what
with
you can
0 hit points?
From what you can see, it seems to be a dead body.
Okay.
If you want to use the spell slot to try and ascertain, that is entirely up to you.
Oh, is that the way it's supposed to be done?
Okay.
So much
So
for intelligence in this group.
Would it actually let Gundren have that one with advantage because he would actually, just thinking back, he would recognize this individual.
Sorry about your family, bro.
So the rest of you almost met this individual at one point, but you have met him. It is Jarno Albrecht, who
Oh, that
also
son of a
went by the name
bitch.
of Glassstaff.
What?
Ha! Ha!
Who,
Mr. Carpet
if
Wrestler.
if you remember, escaped from the Red Brand lair while you were all battling the rug of smothering.
I almost died.
Yeah.
You did almost die.
That was the worst foe for me.
A rug.
Except the one that killed my friends.
Except for that other small thing.
Except for that, but we don't count that.
We're talking about
yeah,
me,
so
not them.
Gundren, you would have. Say that again, sorry, Ray.
Oh, I was just joking. It was like, we're talking about me, not them. You know, I almost died
Oh,
to the carpet.
okay. So yeah, Gundren, you would have met Jarno Albrecht, although you didn't know that he was Glassstaff. You would have met him in your dealings in Finland. He is dead. He's very dead. He still has clutched in his hand a wand.
Can we loot the wand and carry it with us in case we meet a wizard in our future adventures?
Absolutely.
I mean, go ahead.
You can take the wand if you want to.
Take the wand. Take the wand.
As you're taking the wand from his hands, you also notice, whoever is performing this little bit of sacrilege, you also notice two sovereign rings on his hands.
Two
which
what?
are worth two sovereign rings.
Are they pretty?
Gotcha.
Two very sort of chunky rings, each of which are worth 75 gold pieces.
Woo!
Oh, chunky like a Super Bowl ring? Nah, I'll pass, thanks.
No, we're taking that. Give me them soup rings.
I love the fact that Hardstadt has obviously a more refined taste when it comes to jewellery.
It's a dwarf and
Whereas
there's
Gundren's
nothing.
just like, whereas Gundren's like the exact opposite. Is like, yeah, I'll take the bling. I'm putting that bling on right there.
He's got necklaces and
Check this out, boys. Two Super Bowls. Count them.
I'm going for a 3-peat.
So,
Fine.
yeah, I mean, if you examine the rest of Glass's body, there's nothing else of note.
Oh, there's no way
But
to
yeah, you
do a medicine check to find out how he died.
you probably wouldn't need to do a medicine check to see that he died very painfully.
He wasn't killed.
So you didn't.
There's no stabbing, slashing, piercing wounds. But he does look like he's been beat up
So he wasn't
in a magical fashion.
eaten by a dragon.
Oh, we save that privilege for your former characters, Ray.
Okay.
So, anything
Well-
else you want to do in here? Or moving on?
Serenity stepped off for just a second. She'll be right back.
Okay, no worries. Droop spends some time with his hat.
Yep. Taking it off.
Anything in particular you like with the hat?
I'm just taking it off, inspecting the seams, making sure there's no loose threads. Dusting it off.
And when you put the hat back on, Droop, how do you imagine yourself?
I feel like a
How do you
hero
see yourself?
when I have
Describe it to me.
described. Having spent my life a goblin, lower than low amongst the others of my kind, treated poorly by bugbears and orcs. Finally, this hat, something of my own, something I didn't have to. I don't know how Droop got the hat. I'm ad-libbing here, but something
He was gifted it by Sister Gariel at the Shrine of Luck.
cool. So yeah, something that I didn't have to steal. It's mine. It makes me feel like I belong. It gives me a sense of purpose. I'm a part of this group.
Oh.
I matter. These people, I matter.
Do
I'm
you
back.
visualize yourself any differently?
Do I what?
Do you visualize yourself in a different manner? Do you does Droop see someone else in his mind's eye when he's thinking about himself in this hat?
I see like an idealized version of Droop, taller, stronger, faster, taking from the rich, giving to the poor.
Funnily enough, as you imagine yourself as this idealized version, the rest of the group notice that you do grow in size.
I knew it.
You grow from regular Droop goblin size to equal in height to Harrow.
Whoa.
Is it true that
The
the
hat
goblin
offers
was actually
this-
the bad guy the whole time?
Yeah, no, it wasn't. Take the hat off for me, would you, Droop?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, as soon as you take it off,
It's the
it looks
weird,
like Droop's always looked.
it's the weirdest sensation. Just feel more powerful with the hat on.
Does our goblin have a hat of glamoring or something?
What Droop actually has is a hat of disguise.
Hooray!
I love
What?
that.
Oh no!
Oh yes.
No!
Oh, this means trouble.
No!
Is the disguise limited, or can it be anything he wants?
There are limitations to it. It's
I presume it's anything
No,
that I've seen that is humanoid and roughly my size.
generally yes.
Yeah.
We'll go into more specific because I have absolutely just made up on the spot that it's a hat of disguise. So I need to look into the I need to look into specifics. Yeah, the party or Droop, depending on whether or
You
not he's
could wear
willing
the
to share.
Nothic costume
have-
and make it look realer.
You guys have a Nothic?
Oh yeah, we made a Nothic
Yeah,
costume.
it's a
Yeah, we
very
made a Nothic.
high
It's a long
success
story.
Nothic costume.
Out of the Nothic. Wow,
It wasn't out of
that's
Nothic.
brutal.
No, we're not
Oh.
savages.
I thought you'd like hollowed out a Nothic.
Jesus, no. They made me kill the Nothic, though. Instead
Yeah,
of keeping
Nothics
it
are
as a
horrible.
pet. Well, it was
Yeah, they
their
are.
bodies. Not our bodies. The bodies that we brought it.
Yeah, okay. Let's stop. We're that bad of people. Serenity, take point, please.
Okay, are we going up the stairs?
Yes. And then take a hard left.
Not straight.
So one thing that you notice as you do get up these stairs is directly ahead of you a door. The door, if you remember earlier, you were discussing the possibility of using Hugh, the +1 battle axe. Just wooden doors. The door is made of stone.
Oh.
I
Just wanted,
mean, we are
just
in a
wanted to
cave,
point that out.
so.
Can I listen up against that door?
Yes, you can.
Cool.
So roll. We'll say investigation.
Huh. Map
Um,
locates this is a dead end, not a door.
You can't hear anything.
Sounds all quiet to me.
Huh. Let's carry forward. We can revisit this door if need be. If our little rough drawn map doesn't indicate anything there, it means it hasn't been opened and investigated. Let's not tempt fate.
But what if?
But what if?
As they're walking away, can Hardstaff run over there and just try the door handle real quick? Just give it a shake.
Opens.
I didn't say
no.
open the
Door
door.
opens. Okay, we'll retcon that slightly then. So the handle gives, and you're fairly sure that the smallest amount of pressure would cause the door to open away from you.
I'm gonna
Ray
put,
is so conflicted, I can see.
I'm gonna put a little bit of pressure on the door. I'm gonna call out to Haro. It opened by itself.
Oh my god.
I'm going to back that door.
That means it's doubly dangerous.
Bruh,
Oh.
So
your man's about to break every.
into
He about to
the
break every
room.
motherfucking thing in here.
And what you see in the room is 5 bugbears.
That's not what I see.
Not what you see. Okay, hang on. Let me have a look.
You have to stand on the door.
Oh, yeah,
You're
so I
standing,
stand
Oh,
you're
on the
standing
door.
behind the wall.
Okay, yeah, I see. I
So
saw
it's
him.
technically blocking you.
I peeked in there. Yeah. We can just walk away.
Let me just change that.
Yeah, we can
Can we
absolutely.
just
I
walk
mean,
away?
you could. You normally would be able to, however, Hardstart yelling open by itself, funnily enough, attracted the
Son of a
attention
bitch.
of 5 bugbears. And that is where we're going to pick it up next time.
Excellent.
Bruh,
Oh my god.
it's a pat trap.
That was unexpected. I really thought you were just going to continue following the rest of the maze.
That's exactly what I wanted to do.
No.
Why would you open the like? Oh boy, look, a conspicuous door.
The map says no.
Let's do it.
Maps are maps.
Conspicuous
The
doors.
thing you have to remember with this map is that Gundren has got this map through various researches, probably looking through older books and, rumors and things like that. So there's nothing that guarantees that map is 100% accurate.
Now,
Anyway.
look. Now, see, we had an open spot on the map. There's the door I opened. There's a door on the other side. I filled in the map for us. So Gundren can have a complete map.
Oh, I see. You're one of those completionists.
That's a
Well, I'm a
That's a hell of a
survivalist.
justification right there.
Yeah, that's how I play video games. If the game is clearly directing me down one path, I will go down every other path first.
So if you see any more
Well,
open
because you
spots
might
on the
not be
map,
able to come back to that path.
Exactly. Plus, there might be cool gear.
Like I said, we will pick this up here next time. How does 2 weeks from today work for everyone?
Tentatively should be fine.
With an extra couple of bodies.
works out great.
I know
I've
that
got it.
extra bodies means potentially more conflicts, but
A lot more fun, though.
did that get much?
I could turn up and control Droop again. That is in my power.
All right,
To do
boys.
to control Droop.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I should have
which case-
every Saturday off, so it shouldn't be an issue for me to be here.
Awesome. We try and
Oh,
aim
yeah.
for like every other Saturday, just because it gives me a chance to A, prepare, and B, have some actual weekend time off. So
Oh yeah, I mean
yeah.
absolutely.
So
Just good.
yeah. Yeah, because otherwise it's when I get super sad. No one wants that. So cool. If we aim for 2 weeks,
Works for me, boss.
Sounds
without,
good.
I don't think it's going to spoil anything by saying that I think potentially the next session could well be the last session of Lost Mine.
Woohoo!
Potentially.
Ooh.
Depending on what happens, depending on how the story goes, of course, I think there's a good chance that you all might be able to clear this mine next time.
I'm level 4. I gotta die somehow.
Be done.
One day we'll level.
Thank you to the
One
new
day.
people.
Thank
who
you
showed
all
up.
for.
Yeah, this was fun.
Thank you to Mo and Dee for joining us.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hopefully
dude.
we will see you again in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
think
I'll be
fuck
here.
that.
They're gonna be like, no, those guys are crazy.
Nice.
I am slightly disappointed that I never got to use my voice mod, but hey, there we go. It is what it is.
No
Um,
problem.
They
And
got-
like I said, if you want help with a guinea pig, setting up your settings and stuff like that, I'm totally free. Anytime, just send me a message and I'll log in and we can tweak with stuff.
yeah, it might be a bandwidth issue.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. To be honest, I think it is. I only get 10 megabits a second download speed, so I'm on 1 megabit per second upload. So I am willing to bet it's mostly bandwidth related.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, but I maybe I'll take you up on that just to make sure that
Yeah, no
I'm
problem.
not missing anything that could maybe alleviate that. Right, well, 2 weeks time, same bat time, same bat channel,
Yeah.
7 p.m. British summer time, and we'll see where the story goes.
Fantastic. I love it.
Thank you.
Bye forever.
Thank you very much, folks.
Bye.
Bye.
Good couple of weeks. Stay safe.
Bye forever.